Sciences was founded. Now, the Academy is also, of course, known around the world for their annual event, the Academy Awards, or as they're more popularly known, the Oscars.
I love that, man. Then we go a little further back to 1959 now for professional soccer, where it was introduced in South Africa with the National Football League, or now known as the NFL.
We had an NFL?
The NFL, can you believe it? The league was founded by 12 football clubs from Johannesburg and Pretoria. None of these teams exist today, but soccer in South Africa, of course, is at an all-time high.
Excellent. Well, of course, you go out there, make this day one for the books. And as always, I like to share thoughts. So if you know a historic event that interests you today, share it with us on our social media platforms using #Expresso Show.
And still available on this day here on Expresso, Graham shares some of his favourite Mother's Day wishes, and we find out what kids love about their moms as well. So a lot to sink your teeth into as Mlindo sinks his teeth into some amazing McCafe donuts.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso here at SABC3, and time to check out some of your social media as we posted something very special. By the way, that's me. Thank you so much. But otherwise, let's take a look. It says, good morning, celebrating the original Wonder Woman. So true. and we basically want to know what's the important thing that your mom has taught you. So just scrolling through very quickly, Donay saying, good morning. My mom taught me to be real, be authentic, be myself, and above all, trust God's plan for my life. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag my mom is amazing. Hashtag I agree. And then Kia saying, my mom has taught me to love myself and others, to respect and never give up. Leroy sharing that Leroy's mom says to treat others with respect, always important, and you'll find respect is coming up a lot though. And then Nathan Paul said, my mother taught me when I was still small to respect always, but now she tells me to follow my dreams and live life that I've always imagined. That is absolutely incredible. Thanks a lot for getting us up on the socials. Please keep it coming as we take a look at some of the wishes from Graham.
How lovely was that,
I'm sure you
man?
have. Yeah, we all have a special wish for our moms.
You know, dude,
this Sunday is going to be a big day.
It really is an important day. I think you can testify to this. I know we have kind of similar mindset. I think we have this amazing life where we are able to witness, I've witnessed someone, despite the whole country, despite the whole world, telling you to be one way, forcing you to compromise on your values, fight back and choose to be a better person, choose to live with compassion, choose to live a principled life and dedicate it to others. Witness someone, despite the world crushing you down, despite the world throwing every challenge at you, choosing to be a survivor, choosing to be a fighter, choosing to stand up. And this isn't someone that I've met on the show. Through all these amazing people that I've met, this is someone that has brought me up every day of my life. I've been blessed with the most incredible mother who has sacrificed everything for me. And no matter how tough life gets, I know that I can survive because she has survived far greater challenges. And just when I think there's no love left in this crazy world, I know that there is, because my mother has chosen to live with love and compassion, absolutely. And I'm seeing that all over again with her beautiful grandson. She is just pouring that love and compassion in there, like Alison, the other grandmother on that side. And I think having had a single mom my whole life, the challenge for me when becoming a father, it was terrifying, not knowing how to approach it, and then enter this incredible new mother in my life, Lindsay. Everyone knows that we met on Strictly. We had this incredible start to our life. I was so in awe of her talent as a dancer, her brilliance as a performer. To say that that was barely scratching the surface of how amazing she is, when I saw her become a mother, that's when the awe set in. She is a natural. She is the most amazing mom to our beautiful baby boy. She inspires me every single day. She makes it look far too easy, and it feels like such a challenge, but she really is the most beautiful person inside and out. And our little boy is a direct result of that. We have the most amazing child because you are the most amazing mother. I love you, Linz. I love you, Mom. I love you, Alison. I love you all, moms, man. Oh, my word. Aye.
And with that, happy Mother's Day to all moms coming up this weekend. Wow, dude, that's a very, very heartfelt message, and I'm sure that it rippled throughout the nation and the world.
Can we ask our moms to come in now, please?
Are they here?
Please.
Don't do that to me. Are they here? Guys, are they here? Oh, okay. All right. All right. Anyway, let's put a smile back on that dial if you're teary-eyed. We know that Nutri-Kids believe in giving our little ones the nutrition that they need with the wonderful range of nutritional products for toddlers, a product that is truly good for mom and way better for kids. So today, it's mom's turn to feel all the love. And in light of Mother's Day this coming Sunday, we share our unconditional love for our beautiful mothers with some of the most adorable kids.
She buys me stuff, buy me food and toys. She always takes care of me. When she takes me to different places and I like the place, when she takes me to jump around. Cuddling me. If I surprise her with something that's really special. If I buy her some chocolates. When I laugh, that makes her very happy. Because she takes me out to the beach. My mom buys me stuff a lot. Because she buys me clothes and food and toys. Because she loves me the whole time. Because she tickles me and she always tickles me a lot, and she tickles me on the tickliest spot. I love her the most in the wide world. I love you, Mom, so much. To the moon and back. I love you, Mom. I love her this much. 102.59. I love you, Mom.
Nutri-Kids, good for mom, way better for kids.
Made with love by Clover.
Just think of that as one big, massive, in fact, emotional hug to all the moms out there. Absolutely adorable. And if you love that, be sure to go and see the video on the @Clover Nutri-Kids social media pages and spread the love with your mom this Mother's Day.
Nutri-Kids, good for mom, way better for kids. Made with love by Clover.
Now, of course, in today's fast-paced world, it's very difficult to make a first impression. So we want to try and get out to know our guest artist today, Lindo, the vocalist, by taking him through a series of rapid-fire questions. 1 minute for him to answer at the top of his mind whatever comes up first, so that we get to know you. Dude, you look so stressed this morning. Oh, worry, boy, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
No, let's try it. Let's try it.
All right, here we go. Start the clock. Do you like sweet or salty?
Sweet.
What's the last album you bought?
I don't remember the name, but it was a Drake album.
What is your favorite color?
It's brown.
Are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'll go with night owl.
What's your favorite word?
Word.
Do you like fruits or vegetables?
Fridges.
Fridges.
Did I say that?
Yeah, I heard fridges. Okay, but are you a fan of Kim Kardashian or Khloe Kardashian?
I'll go with Keam.
Oh.
Keam is the one.
Would you give up chocolate or bacon?
Chocolate.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Do you like Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise.
Do you like bacon or Nutella?
Nutella.
Who's the last person you texted?
New.
Your favorite sport?
Soccer.
Are you more Twitter or more Instagram?
Twitter.
70s, 80s or 90s?
90s.
Kris Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner?
I don't even know that.
You don't even know that? Okay, let's skip that. Gold or silver?
Gold.
Pizza or pasta?
Pasta.
Spring or autumn?
Spring.
How do you take your eggs?
Well done.
Ah, well done to you, man. Well done. That was pretty cool, man. I feel like, yeah, we always get to know people a lot better when you ask them questions like that and they answer the first thing that comes to the top of your mind. But right now, you can sit back, and relax.
Okay, let me try that.
Man, it's cool. It's all right, dude. Dude, talk to me about your career, because it started off with you just uploading videos online, right? Singing covers of other people's songs.
Yeah.
All right, so take me back to where that idea came into your mind and... Yeah.
Oh, cool. See, I've been singing for a while and it hasn't been working out. So I just decided that maybe if the better way to grab people's attention is to sing something they already know.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just went to like the most popular songs that were trending last year, which mostly were like Gom songs.
Yeah.
And then I just make them to have that feel, like to be low and soulful in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, then people just loved it. Just went from there.
What were some of the, I mean, when you post something like that and you know that you are deliberately trying to expose your talent out there for people to share their opinion on it, what were some of the first responses you got from people and how did they make you feel? Like those, especially those comments, because comments can be harsh sometimes, right?
Yeah, the first ones were really harsh.
Really?
Yeah. They were telling me that I'm copying other people's styles.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you doing that? Why can't you just sing your own music? Whatever, like from the word go, I got that. But yeah, luckily enough, I didn't have data to check the comments.
You didn't have data to check the comments.
So I just let that go. Then I just saw, yo, nigga, you trending. Like, yeah, you trending. Oh, okay, cool. Then I can go online now and see, now people are catching up to it. So it was like that. I did a cover of Omunye, Destruction Boys, the Kom song, but I made it more like a love song. I did Agana Mali by Something Soweto, Killed It.
Killed it, just say it. Killed it.
I did the DJ Maporisa one, Midnight Staring.
Yeah.
Same thing, yeah. So it was all like that.
Dude, okay. I am excited and I cannot wait. Look at where you are right now. That dream of just posting videos online turned into this. You're on live TV in front of the whole nation. And I cannot wait to hear you sing. Stick around for that and more on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
So coming up in your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, a little bit of a view as to what you can do this weekend and how exercise can combat stress. It's very, very important. So stick with us on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso, you're in SABC 3. That wasn't sanitizer.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back and happy Friday. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3. Now, with the news and social media and the demands of our own daily lives, there's so much information going in and out of our heads. But every now and then, you gain some new information that truly blows your mind and makes you go, wow, you learn something new every single day. And since we're in the business of keeping you informed, here's what we've learned this past week.
And we really don't mind if you pass this off as your own gem later today. You know, go and impress your colleagues or your fellow learners. So if you are a school learner or university student, this one can come in handy for you. Did you know that the height of a ceiling can affect how you think and act? Luckily, our studio roof is quite high. This is called the cathedral effect, which is the relationship between the perceived height of a ceiling and your mental processes. So according to this, the perception of high ceilings enables creativity and free thinking, while low ceilings enable attention to detail and rational thinking. So students, take this into account the next time that you need to write an essay or learn something for a test. Go outside to be creative, sit indoors, go into a cupboard if you need to learn something, you know? I love that, man. That's mind-blowing.
That is, absolutely. Now, perception and sensibility form part of the next thing that we learned this past week. Now, did you know that modesty was actually the key factor that led to the invention of the stethoscope?
Modesty.
Yes, it's true. So that's right, because before its discovery, physicians actually used to use their fingers. They would tap their fingers on their patient's chest to work out a diagnosis of some sort. But then in 1816, when male doctor René Laennec needed to examine a young female, he got creative as to not embarrass her. So then he rolled up a piece of paper and placed it on her chest and then listened to her heartbeat. And
Clever.
the rest,
Look at that.
as they say, is
history. I love that, man.
That's how the stethoscope came to be.
Well, those have blown our mind. Hopefully those brand new facts have blown your mind, and you can go out there and say, you learn something new every day. Love that.
All right, now let's take a look at some exercises that can actually help you to combat stress. Let's learn about that today.
Please.
It's no secret that exercising is great for your overall health and for keeping fit, but it's also amazing for your sense of well-being and happiness. Now, if you exercise daily, you need fuel for energy, and for the rest of the day. So choosing a breakfast like jungle muesli, which is made from roasted rolled oats, it's high in energy, high in fiber, low in sodium, and will give you all that you need for the day. Now, here to chat to us about how we can combat stress through exercise is a face we all know and love. It's Rian Barnard, everybody.
Hey! Booyah!
That's a nice welcome to have in the morning.
Great, thank you guys.
Love it. Now, Rian, we all know that stress is something that we all go through on a daily basis. I mean, life is stressful. But what are the effects that stress has on the mind and the body?
Well, stress actually has a huge impact on health.
Yeah.
Sometimes people misjudge it with illness and think it's illness, but actually it's stress that is the culprit to anxiety, to high blood pressure, to heart diseases, headaches, sleepless problems.
Even a bad diet as well.
Absolutely, gaining weight. So stress actually has a huge role on your health.
So why is exercise such a good way of combating stress?
Well, exercise releases endorphins,
Yes.
which acts as natural painkillers and also improves your sleep, which in return is a reduce of stress.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What are the good things that stress does for the mind and body? For me, I just know whenever I exercise, if I started out with a bad day, the minute I'm done exercising, everything is somehow a lot more doable.
Yeah.
Life is okay after that.
Absolutely. Well, exercise actually makes your body systems, such as the nervous system, such as the cardiovascular system, the respiratory, and as well the muscular systems. It makes them work together, and as soon as they work seamlessly, they can manage stress appropriately.
Yeah.
So when you exercise, think about it. When you go out for a run, people usually say, well, I'm going to go clear my head.
Yes.
So that is when your muscular and your cardiovascular system and respiratory system basically work together. The more they work together, it's like practicing a communication. So whenever stress comes up again, it's like already practice to work together to manage your stress and to manage it appropriately.
Another big excuse, I'm going to put it out there, excuse that people have is, I don't have time to go to the gym. If you don't have time, then do it at home. What tips can you have for dealing with stress at home?
I've actually done 60 days now, 60 days of twice a day. So it's 120 sessions at home for 60 days.
So it can be done.
In a 1.5 and a 3.5 meter square.
Wow.
So it can be done.
Yeah.
Heat training, so it's high intensity interval training, Zumba, boxing. You can actually skip. You can run on one spot. You can stretch. There's so much things that you can actually do at home. You can also go cycle. You can run. You can swim.
I love it. I love
Absolutely.
it. Rian has just shown us that it could be done. Well done, friend.
Boom.
Awesome stuff. Well, there you have it. Exercise has some great stress combating benefits. So if you need more pep in your step during the day, and if you feel overwhelmed by work and life, well, it's time to switch off from the world and get your blood pumping. Exercise is one of the best natural remedies out there, and you can do it anywhere, anytime, and it's for free. So you get those endorphins flowing and make daily exercise part of your daily routine for a healthier you.
South Africa's original oat champion now has a range of nutritious, delicious muesli. New Jungle Muesli, available in an exciting variety of flavors.
Well, I certainly hope that you did take notes, and I myself right now am looking forward to a performance by Mlindo, the vocalist, and I hope that you are too. But right now, let's quickly take a look at the headlines of the morning in the news.
One man has succumbed to his injuries after his throat was slit when the Imam Hussein Mosque in Verulam, KwaZulu-Natal was attacked yesterday afternoon. 2 others remain in a critical condition. Meanwhile, the ad hoc committee looking into amending Section 25 of the Constitution for the purpose of land expropriation without compensation has extended its deadline for written submissions by a fortnight. Moving abroad now, US President Donald Trump will meet North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in Singapore on 12 June. The US leader tweeted that they would both attempt to make it a very special moment for world peace. And finally, at least 41 people are confirmed dead and hundreds of families displaced after the wall of a dam in Nakuru County, Kenya, collapsed following heavy rains. That's a quick look at your news for now. Another update follows in 30 minutes. Now, though, let's take a look at some sport with Graham.
For a quick sporting snapshot ahead of the weekend in football, the Premier Soccer League season comes to an end tomorrow with relegation-throttled Ajax. SuperSport Polokwane Stadium Baroka still in that battle. All of tomorrow's matches kicking off at 3 o'clock. And last night, a little further afield, Man United failed to break down West Ham in the English Premier League last night as they played out to a goalless draw in London. In rugby, a bumper weekend, another local derby headlining Super Rugby as the Bulls take on the Sharks in Pretoria tomorrow. Elsewhere, the Lions battle the Highlanders, while the Stormers, they'll take on the Chiefs. And finally, Kevin Anderson has progressed to the quarterfinals of the Madrid Open for the first time. That happened yesterday thanks to a 2-love win over Philipp Kohlschreiber.
Thanks a lot, Graham. A quick look at your traffic. If you're in the Western Cape area, specifically Athlone, traffic is slow moving on the N2 inbound from the Airport Approach Road and Jan Smuts Drive. So do look out for that. Exercise caution and we'll find an alternative route to get to work this morning. That's it for your traffic now. A quick little snippet for you as we move over to some weather.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand. Defy.
A liquor warm day all over the country today, and of course some partly cloudy conditions. And then as you move to George in the Western Cape, a little colder, but let's take a detailed look at all the temperatures you can expect today here on Expresso. Starting off in Polokwane, a low of 9 to a high of 26. Bombela, 12 to 31 today. Pretoria, 11 to 24. Johannesburg, 10 to 22. Good morning, Maikeng, 11 to 26. Klerksdorp, 12 to 26. Kimberley, 12 to 26 as well over there. Bloemfontein, 7 to 24. Richards Bay, 17 to 31. Pietermaritzburg, a low of 13 to a high of 30 today. A very spicy 30 in Durban today from a low of 21. Mthatha, 10 to 30. East London, 14 to 30. Cradock, 11 to 28 today. Port Elizabeth experiencing a high of 24 from a low of 13. Only 19 as a high in George today from a low of 10. Sutherland, a very chilly 1 this morning to a high of 18 this afternoon. Cape Town, 12 to 17. Worcester can expect a 6-degree Celsius weather condition this morning, but a high of 20 to just kind of give you some remedy a little later. Then Springbok, 7 to 17, and then Uppington experiencing a lovely weather condition over there of 8 in the morning to a high of 30. That's a look at your weather this morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso.
Well, stick around to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. When we come back, we take a little journey with Tolo as he gets to grips with the cast of Gibson Kente's play, How Long, which is now on at the Durban Playhouse. And then we also take a look, and I hope you watched it last night, the premiere of the season's Presenter Search on 3. We'll bring you some of the highlights of when presenting went not so right. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And check it out. Mlindo, the vocalist, looking absolutely calm, chilled, enjoying some coffee, some donuts, because that's how we treat our guests here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Oh, grand boy, looking good. We'll see you after the show.
massive Halloween bash.
It's alive. It's alive.
No, it should be Dynamo.
I've got the wrong one then.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso, your feel-good kickstart to a brand new weekend, and we got just what you've been craving for. In fact, it's a team that is so good-looking they've been banned from TV for life. It's the Roger Good shows. Roger Good, Sareshti Ryder, Miss Cosmo, and the one, the only Mr. Robbie Cruz from 5FM.
You love it. You love it. What's happening, G?
Oh, buddy, I've missed you guys. How's the family, man?
It is going down. It is all going down here today, sir. Alrighty, we got 3 hot picks for you. Okay, we'll kick it off in Joburg. Dynamo, seeing is believing. You had him on your show.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, as far as magic goes, it just doesn't get better than
Number
that.
Number one, dude.
Dynamo, the man who's been walking across, you name it, the River Thames. He's levitated in front of the Christ the Redeemer building in Rio. He's done all sorts of things. He's walked outside the LA Times building and predicted the Soccer World Cup outcome. He will be in South Africa this weekend for the first time ever with his show Seeing is Believing, the live tour. Book your tickets now and be blown away by the impossible made real, the one and only, the most amazing magician on the planet. Look at that face, huh?
Yeah. He really is. He's phenomenal, man. Phenomenal.
Next up, we are on our way to Durban, Cirque du Mayo. What the public wants, the public gets. That's what they're saying. After demands of a dress-up event to rival the massive Halloween bash, the staff at Origin Towers have come to deliver quality entertainment. The theme inspired by Mexican and South American culture invites you to come dressed to the nines in Rio Carnival. You know what I'm talking about. Aztec of the Day of the Dead, inspired by outfits, that kind of stuff. So get your tickets now. Enjoy the party Saturday, 12th of May from 8:30. $80 will get you in. Boom, shakalaka, raw. And finally, Johannesburg, the Mother's Day. There's a Mother's Day celebration happening at the Rand Club. You can take your mom there, you can spoil her this Mother's Day. The Rand Club is hosting a special Mother's Day event that is sure to be loads of fun for the whole family. Escape the hustle and the bustle of the city and spend a day with your mom and some of South Africa's most resilient monuments. Enjoy delicious meals and a quiet afternoon with the family, hugs and kisses. Sunday, 17th of May, 12:30, $175 get you in. What you say, Big Daddy?
Oh, I love that. I can hear the Uncle Dodgy wanting to come out there. So from our side, down in Cape Town, the Backpack hosts a weekly Friday night game night, promising a good time for the whole family with a variety of board games, card games. There'll also be beer pong, flipper cup, and a whole lot more. So come on down to the Backpack this Friday for some good old school game night fun. We absolutely love it. That's kicking off tonight at 6 o'clock. So from our family to your family, guys, give your moms a big hug. And can I get one more thing from you? You know what I need. It's been 2 weeks. I desperately need it. Can I get a hoorah? My life is complete.
Yeah, today's one was a bit more hurrah than hurrah.
It's just angelic almost. It's amazing.
It is, man. It is, man. Well, you know what that song means, right? When you hear that. Yeah. It's time for us to take a look at some local entertainment news and big news, if you will. Now, we all know Dr. Musa Mtombeni, who literally grew up in front of us on our TV screens from watching him every single day on YoTV. This is the man I'm talking about right now, hosting Trending on SA. He's shared his life with his fans. So naturally, his fans would be interested in knowing who he would choose as a life partner, okay? So his mother, on the other hand, apparently is already actively securing umakoti for her son, and it's the cutest thing. So the 28-year-old medical doctor and TV personality took to social media to share how his mother cornered Emmy Award-nominated actress Thuso Mbedu and basically proposed on his behalf, apparently. So he goes, as you can see, my mother cornered Thuso Mbedu after the funeral to ask her why she isn't giving me a chance and her grandchild. Yo, my mom has reached new levels of needy. That's what he said. And I mean, we've got no doubt that they just make the cutest looking couple already. And of course, yeah, who knows? Maybe mom is onto something when she says this, because then Thuso then responded by saying, I love her, she's the cutest mumzo, I never expected it, I'll be better prepared next time. And then she quickly came back and then she said, wait, not that I'm saying that there will be a next time, just to cover the tracks. But who knows, maybe some love sparking there. What do you make of that?
No, I think so, man. But it's so sweet, though, this little communication on social media as well. It's Mother's Day vibes, it's always heartwarming and beautiful, you know?
When mom is saying, I'm gonna take I'm gonna slide into the DMs for you.
That's commitment right there. That's why moms are so special, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's just,
yo.
it's incredible, though.
Dude, and I don't know if you were on the gram, even on Twitter this past week. Kabelo Mabelani.
I was.
Is a beast, guys.
Yes.
He's a beast. So the dude is is gearing up for the 2018 Comrades Marathon. He's going to be taking part, and he posted pictures of himself breaking a sweat while tackling some heavy gym equipment there. He's like, and this was his caption: power cycle, row, repeat.
Look at this definition on that tricep.
This is Kabelo at 41 years old. It's like hashtag 40 is the new 20. Can we just take a moment of inspiration and be like, I can do this too. If you can do that at 41, you at 18, 19, 30 something, you can be in that shape too, dude.
The future is bright. Muscles in the 18 area.
Brilliant stuff. Listen, we take a lot of inspiration. So whether you are going to be looking at that and double tapping because of inspiration or just because of the thirst, hey, it's all right. We're not judging. It's all right. It's your country. You can do what you want. All right. Anyway.
You just got lost in them, right? Did you double tap, though? I mean, now I feel like you double tapped on that picture.
Only because I'm a fan of the dude, bro.
Yeah, of course. No,
Is that okay?
Definitely.
It's just like sharing some bro love, bro.
No.
Can we get back to our Friday now?
Yes, please, let's go. Sorry.
You know that this country has come through a troubled past and many injustices committed, freedoms restricted, and narratives stifled. And this was seen in the banning of numerous entertainment materials that were deemed controversial or unsuitable by the apartheid government. Now, one of the many things we can enjoy since our liberation is giving such material the chance to finally shine. And this is currently happening with the revival of Ndate Gibson Kente's political musical How Long? Well, Gibson, the wait is finally over.
When one thinks of South African theatre history, it's difficult for the name Gibson Kente not to spring to mind. And with May being Africa Month, it's only fitting that one of this legend's greatest works is running at the Durban Playhouse until the 27th of May after a 45-year stage absence.
This electric and vibrant production at Durban's Playhouse Company features a high-profile ensemble cast performing Kente's words alongside spirited choreography from Somizi Mhlongo, all led by the creative vision of accomplished theatre director Duma Kandlovu.
Babu Ndlovu, why the decision to reignite this iconic piece by the late theatre legend Gibson Kente?
We do need to come back home and do justice to the people that deserve it. And Gibson Kente is the one person in the theatre fraternity who deserves as much attention as I think this is giving him. So there has always been that desire to bring back the work of this formidable force in South African theatre.
You spoke about the play being a classic, but for those who aren't familiar with the story of How Long, what is it about?
How Long is the first major political musical that Gibson Kente wrote. There was pressure from the Black Consciousness movement to say that all cultural works need to talk about the situation in the country. He talked about the evils of the past laws and how black people were affected by those laws. And he got imprisoned, and later on, How Long was banned. So we thought it is the most poignant piece that reflected the kind of a person he was and the music that he wrote.
I'm hoping that the sheer brilliance of Bab Kente's artistic genius, people will be just bowled over, and rightfully so. I'm hoping that younger generations will get a glimpse of the history of what it was like in the 60s and early 70s in South Africa, and also learn lessons that are going to move us forward as a caring community.
How Long features a 6-piece band and 33-piece orchestra and boasts a stellar cast including Kaya Dladla and Pindile Gwala.
My character is amazing in so many levels. She's very colorful, she drinks a lot, she's very loud, she's very sexy, and she thinks she's better than anyone in the community because she stays in a kasi. Because the play is based on things that were happening in 1972. So it really trained me because these are real stories. I had to wear their shoes. I had to understand what they went through. It was very emotional.
For me, being in this play is almost like a dream come true because, I mean, for my age, we didn't get to work with Gibson. So we've heard of Gibson, We have read about Gibson, a lot of us studies Gibson. What we're doing now is reliving what Gibson worked on. And considering it was banned then, it's even more exciting now to play it because it's so freely played with no rules and regulations about it. My favorite part about getting the production on its feet was actually putting together the music. It's not a normal sound you've heard before. Gibson wrote his own kind of music. It's almost like a very raw, old school jazz with some old school funk. It's crazy. The dances as well. It's on another level.
The freedom and power of performing a formerly banned musical after a 45-year hiatus is something all South Africans are being encouraged to experience by watching this performance, which is still relevant today.
If you didn't come and watch the show, I think you'd be missing out on the history, because it tells the history of the country and how it went down in places like your Soweto. And this is prior to the Soweto uprisings. So it's the story build-up of what happened prior to that time, how students behaved, how the police worked around. But it's so amazing on how that picture compared to what we have now, it's a beautiful contrast. So the young ones are going to be saying, oh my God, this is what our parents went through, this is what our grandfathers went through. And the older ones are like, yo, we come from far. So everyone is going to enjoy the show. It's a family show. It is super, super, super exciting.
The music of Gibson Kente is unparalleled. There's nobody in South African theatre who's ever done what Gibson Kente has done in terms of music, before or since, black, white, or yellow. So we are hoping that people are going to walk away with a page of South Africa's history, and we hope that they're going to appreciate it.
There's no doubt this dramatic musical has all the elements of a world-class production. If you're in and around Durban, be sure to check it out. Trust me, you won't be disappointed.
So if you want to see and learn more about how this exciting production has come together, then make sure not to miss Ayanda Tabete hanging out with the cast and crew backstage, as well as rubbing shoulders with actor Khaya Dladla and his mom for Mother's Day. And that's all happening tomorrow at 6 p.m. right here on SABC3. Now, I hope you were tuned in last night at 7:30 as Presenter Search on 3 premiered. Man, it was incredibly entertaining as auditions kicked off in the friendly city of Port Elizabeth. There was so much to look forward to. There was so much excitement. Did you guys watch the show yesterday? I posted a snippet because it was it was just too good to just let go of. Where you know, people find themselves in this space and they're auditioning to be TV presenters and they think it's this easy thing that you just do because, and then you get put on the spotlight and the hilarity that ensued was amazing. Can we show you guys something?
Yes, please.
Give them a little
some of the
taste.
highlights that became lowlights.
You've just tuned into one of the best shows that deals with elegance and class.
We have more for you. Tune in, don't go anywhere.
Stay up with us. Thank you. Big up.
I mean, I can bend any way I want. I can do the splits.
Oh, wow.
Ta-da! At the mall or anywhere, just hang.
It's a whole new language. It's fantastic.
I love you, Zoe.
I love you. You waited for that, man. It was, you waited for the moment. At least you didn't go on one knee, because that would have been wrong. That's like a hint.
Okay.
Good evening, South Africa, and welcome to tonight's edition of Doubling. Not only am I individual on my own, but a dynamic and flexible human structure. Here's this say, the world is your oyster, but tonight I'm owning my oyster. Thank you.
Can I say what is far more entertaining than any of the contestants was Zoe's face reacting to them. That is perfect, man. Well done to you guys who had the strength to step up there, man.
I need to just quote this because I feel like we didn't show it, but yesterday, so this guy comes around and he's a muscle-bound guy and he's actually afraid with camera because he posts videos regularly on YouTube. So Michael says to him, at the end of your link, just say this. Does anybody know where the vet is because these puppies are sick?
Yeah.
He does his link, he forgets to say it, then Michael prompts him and says, does anybody, and he goes, does anybody know where the vet is? Because these puppies are pregnant. I'm like... You want to just hold his hand and go, who hurt you? Anyway,
it's gonna be all right.
And next week the episode takes us to the mother city, so let's hope Cape Town doesn't disappoint. I'm sure they will.
Oh, we were there, dude.
And
That's
of
gonna
course,
be awesome.
you can
man.
catch Presenter Search on 3 every single Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3.
Oh, man, take a deep breath. Absolutely awesome, man. So we look forward to that in the long term. In the short term, we're going to take the quickest of breaks. When we return, I am so excited now to hear this young man perform. Mlindo is in the house, the vocalist, and he is going to blow our minds. He's getting pumped and amped up. Then, of course, ahead of Mother's Day, what's better than a little French toast and some bacon? We're going to whip up something special for our mothers.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's a Friday morning. Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show. Mlindo, the vocalist, is in the house. He's been getting a whole lot of love here from Cape Town. I saw that video of you up in the streets. People are loving you out there, man. We're going to show them exactly why they love you so much. The first song you're performing for us is Saka Saka. Take it away, sir.
It's Lana, baby.
Your body na killer, oh, eh. No be like your body for real, oh. Queremos no camufila, oh, eh. No be like your body na killer, oh. Llegas a dopo, you got me upside down, no. Got me twisted, loco. I've been thinking about you a lot, though. Thinking about your bum, 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 bum. You can do what you want, just talk, oh. Do it with no fear, no focus. Retatata di solo. If you wanna tie it up, go forth. Bona saka, saka. Saka, saka, saka. Saka, saka, my baby, oh. Saka, saka, saka. Unga fagi, loco, loco. Loco, loco, loco. Unga loki, my baby, oh. Loco, loco, loco.
Only bad jack come jump. Nang like cocoa. Now go loco, I go non-stop. Just for control. Now I'm so good, nang my foot shots. I got more love. Jalyang podios, I go loco. Loco, loco, loco.
Bona saka, saka. Saka, saka, saka. Saka, saka, my baby, oh. Saka, saka, saka. Unga fagi, loco, loco. Loco, loco, loco. Unga loki, my baby, oh. Loco, loco, loco. Your body na killer, oh, eh. No be like your body for real, oh. Queremos no camufila, oh, eh. Not be like your body for real, oh. Llegas a dopo, so bathi koko singene eklabini smoke gold soda ama shots koko thina sijiva totot unini ngikutshelile baby ngihamba nawe ngiyose kuphumilanga ngijiva nawe usasisi ngikubambe ngibambe ngapha ngibambe ngale uzosaka saka 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 baby usasisi ngikubambe ngibambe ngapha ngibambe ngale I go up you go down low uzosaka saka saka baby bona saka 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 my baby saka 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 ungafaki loko loko loco 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 ungaloki my baby loco 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 bona saka 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 my baby saka 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 ungafaki loco 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 ungaloki my baby loco loco loco
No, man, definitely feeling it, dude. So tell me about that song, where the inspiration came from and the particular sound that you're going for here.
Yeah, we were doing a song, like, actually the original is by WizKid. Yeah. So we got the permission from him and we had Bucks in the house, DJ Mapurisa, so he just mixed it. Then we did our own, like, South African version of it's the Soko Soko song. Yeah. Then we just did the Saka Saka.
There we go. Dude, like I want to talk about quickly, this happened in like 3 months for you, from you posting the first video to where you are right now. Now you're like hitting up WizKid like, yo, what's up? How is this happening so quickly for you?
I think it's the people around me. Yeah. Yeah, the connections and whatever, because it's just been 3 months.
A great network, man. Well, you're taking on this opportunity and I hope that you're enjoying every single... Give a shout out, man.
Shout out to DJ Mapurisa, like, bro,
putting you on, man.
Yeah, he's putting me on.
And good on you for being ready when you were put on, man. Listen, we're gonna have more from this gentleman a bit later on. Mlindo, the vocalist. In the meantime, link up with us on our social media platforms and let us know what you thought about that performance of Saka Saka. Saka Saka, my baby.
Thanks a lot, Katz and Mlindo. A fantastic performance, but we do need to get into some news on your Feel Good Breakfast show, Expresso. One man has succumbed to his injuries after his throat was slit when a mosque in Verulam, KwaZulu-Natal was attacked yesterday afternoon. 2 others remain in a critical condition. The Imam Hussein Mosque was also set alight. It's believed that the attackers were 3 Egyptian nationals who allegedly slit the throats of the 3 people, including the Imam of the mosque. The Muslim Judicial Council, the South African Jewish Board of Deputies and Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Police have all condemned the attack in the strongest terms. Meanwhile, the ad hoc committee looking into amending Section 25 of the Constitution for the purpose of land expropriation without compensation has extended its deadline for written submissions by a fortnight. MPs met yesterday to adopt the committee's program over the coming months as they travel across to various planned provincial meetings on this emotive subject. MPs heard that around 140,000 written submissions had already been made, and committee co-chairperson Vincent Smith said the submissions could easily increase threefold as the deadline approaches. Moving abroad now, US President Donald Trump will meet North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in Singapore on 12 June. The US leader tweeted that they would both attempt to make it a very special moment for peace. Trump's announcement came hours after he welcomed home 3 US detainees released by North Korea. The key issue expected to be discussed is North Korea's nuclear weapons program, which the US wants Pyongyang to give up completely and irreversibly. Ahead of the meeting, Kim has pledged to shut down nuclear test sites. And finally, at least 41 people are confirmed dead and hundreds of families displaced after the wall of a dam in Nakuru County, Kenya, collapsed following heavy rains. It gave way just as residents were settling down for the night. There are fears that the death toll could rise as more than 500 homes were affected. Kenya and neighboring Horn of Africa countries are experiencing heavy rains following a year of severe drought in 2017. That's it for your news for now. Over to some sport. Here's Graham.
Let's kick it off with football ahead of the weekend, and a big one at that in the Premier Soccer League as our season comes to an end tomorrow with 4 teams still locked in that relegation battle. Ajax, Cape Town, SuperSport United, Polokwane City and Baraka FC only separated by 3 points at the bottom of the table. However, most of the pressure is on that last place to Ajax with a mountain to climb to beat Kaizer Chiefs to survive. All the matches from that final day of the season kick off at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Staying with football, a little further afield, Manchester United failed to break down West Ham in the Premier League last night as they played out to a goalless draw in London. The result takes Man United to 78 points, and that confirms their second-place finish on the table with 1 game to play. And that final match day of the season taking place on Sunday as Man City tackle Southampton, Liverpool face Brighton, while relegation-bound Swansea, they take on Stoke City. Then on to rugby, another bumper weekend and a local derby headlining Super Rugby as the Bulls take on the Sharks in Pretoria tomorrow. And when the 2 teams met in April in Durbs, the Bulls dominated as they scored 6 tries on their way to a 40-10 win. Warwick Gallant, the star, scoring a hat-trick. And also in action this weekend, the Lions are up against the Highlanders, while the Stormers go head-to-head with the Chiefs. And then finally, in tennis, Kevin Anderson progressed to the quarterfinals of the Madrid Open for the first time. That happened yesterday thanks to a 2-love win over Philip Kohlschreiber. The big serving South African had to dig deep in the second set, but eventually saw out a 6-3, 9-7 win to set up a last 8 clash with Dusan Lajovic. In the women's results, Karolina Pliskova, Caroline Garcia and Kiki Burton's all progressing to the semi-finals. And that's where we leave our sports headlines for this half hour.
A quick look at some traffic and, of course, some weather. Starting with traffic, though, Gauteng in the Fairland area. There has been an accident on the N1 northbound after Beyers-Nudier Drive, blocking the emergency lane. So please proceed in that area with caution. If you're in the Western Cape, specifically Bellville, there are severe delays of 18 minutes and delays increasing on the N1 outbound between Sable Road and the M14 McIntyre Road. And the speed over there is 20 kilometers per hour. So do exercise caution and, of course, get to work safely. Moving swiftly along to some weather. It looks like South Africa is having a beautiful day today. Some cloudy conditions, but a little lower down in the George area, a bit colder. But here are some of those temperatures from across the country. Polokwane, a low of 9 to a high of 26. Mbombela, 12 to 31 today. Pretoria, 11 to 24. Johannesburg, 10 to 22 today. A high of 26 can be expected in Mahikeng. Klerksdorp, the same high, 26 over there from 12. Kimberley, 12, 26. Bloemfontein, a high of 24 from a low of 7. Richards Bay, 17 to 31. Pietermaritzburg, 13 to 30. Durban, 21 to 30. Mthatha, a high of 30 degrees today as well, from a low of 10. East London, a low of 14 this morning to a high of 30 this afternoon. Cradock, 11 to 28. Port Elizabeth, 13 to 24. George, 10 to 19. A very cold 1 degree in Sutherland this morning, rising to 18 a little later. And then Cape Town, 12 to 17. Worcester, 6 to 20. Springbok, 7 to 17. And Uppington, a low of 8 to a high of 30 with some thunder showers in the region. That's it for your traffic as well as your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso.
All right, Carl, you got to come join us, man, because it's time right now for us to take a look at those interesting and funny and random things that we've stumbled across on social media that will, I think, most certainly put a smile on your dial. Carl, get in here. Get in here already.
Yes.
We've got some interesting stories,
We're
right?
have a little bit of fun now with what's been trending on your timelines. And this one, I mean, we all would love to see where we're going to be in 10 years' time.
Sure.
And I hope that it's looking like this. This is hashtag dog walker goals. Take a little gander at this.
So where do you see yourself in 10 years? Oh, okay.
How cute
is
that, man?
Can we just quickly understand how orderly all those dogs are walking? How is that even possible?
It's his...
The promise of biscuits afterwards. I think that's
Maybe he's just
the only way.
He's got pockets full of biscuits
That's
right
They
now.
are so trusting. Dog walker goals ticked
Now, it's
off.
pulling some Caesar vibes there. He's just like using the dog whisper vibes, man.
All right, okay,
Awesome,
that's a
man.
pretty
Cool.
cool one. Now, we all know how difficult it is for teachers to keep the attention of their learners or their students.
Yeah.
One particular teacher has upped the creativity game and started using memes. So they make memes on the daily to keep their attention. And so we took a look at some of the very best work that we think deserves an A+. Take a look at this. I have exam answers down here. Wow. Okay, cool. Assigning the final grade to that one annoying student. A sprinkling of Fs. All the Fs I have to give.
My F.
Not happy with your final grade. What's it? Cashmere grade appeals. How about that? Well done to that teacher. Well done.
Got to do what you got to do to get through the day, man.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. So, Elon Musk, I mean, that guy is absolutely incredible. His innovations are mind-blowing.
Champion.
But I think the best part of Elon Musk is actually his moments, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, because, his moments was a Miss South Africa in 1969.
Out.
And she's... look at... This is Elon
are you
Musk's
lying?
mom.
Wait, that's Elon
right
Musk's mom.
Yes.
I can't believe we're talking
correct.
about her, but okay, that's
literally out of this world to believe.
Danny.
Look, she's well looked after, I would imagine.
Goodness. Her gram game's got skills.
Yeah, man.
This is just obviously innovations in space. Fashion as well as beauty treatments. It could work as well. Look
And
how many
endless money.
Yeah, well, that's
money.
also another. That also helps a little bit, eh? And also the smell of musk. Don't forget, that also kind of helps.
Come on, man. Come on, man. We're about to go into the kitchen and about to start cooking.
It's his mom, bro.
Come on, man.
Sorry,
And it's
Elon.
Mother's Day, man.
I apologize, but there could be a musk in his. Who knows these things?
Tweet him right now and apologize.
Tweet
him right
story
now.
has caught your attention online. Share your thoughts with us on our Facebook page and on our Twitter handle using hashtag Expresso Show. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the latest news from the Google conference and why computer vision is such a big buzzword in the world of technology right now.
I love that. Yeah, and then ahead of Mother's Day weekend, because we know our moms love a little sweet treat in the morning, Kat and I are going to try our hand at making some French toast this morning. Just for you, Mom.
Carl, it's his mom though, bro.
Come on, dude.
Come on now.
Actually lost my
Join the party on Top Billing this Saturday evening at 6 on SABC3. As talent show winner Karabo Mokhane finds whitewater rafting as rough as making it in music. Sunwolves prop Henkes van Wyk weds his true love Chanelda Douglas. And
I'm standing here with the legendary global music icon Simpiwe Dana.
And you can catch my mom on Top Billing this Saturday.
The stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You know that music, that funky beat means you got to expand your consciousness. It's time to catch up with our tech expert, Theunis Jansen van Rensburg, to get a bit of a roundup of one of the biggest events of the week of the year. It's Google's I.O. It's their developers conference where we get a unique window into what they are projecting over the next year. And this year we saw some incredible announcements. And Theunis is here to share three of his favorites. So let's kick it off with Google Photos. Why has that got you so excited?
Well, Google Photos has always been one of the best products of the Google stable, in my opinion. It's very, very useful. Obviously, you can use it to back everything up to the cloud. But more importantly, the last couple of years, they've added a lot of cool features, nice to haves, really. So the one that they showed off this year at Google I/O was the fact that you can now take a retro old photo. So say you have a photo of your grandmother and your mother sitting on a bench, which is this example they use, an old black and white photo, and their machine learning algorithms can actually make it a color photo now. It is fascinating how they've done this, and you can do it the other way around as well. If you've got a nice picture of your little one, for example, then it can actually make the background black and white, and then you'll just have...
and you can freak them out completely. You were born in 1915, dude. You're actually 79 years old.
Yeah, so these kind of
cool,
features are amazing to see. It's all done with software and AI.
Oh man, this is the year for AI. I think that really it's stepped up massively, but a quantum leap, in fact. Computer vision is a buzzword at the moment. I have to admit, I have no idea what that even means.
Yeah.
But why is this creating such a stir? Why is it your favorite, one of your favorites?
So computer vision is taking the idea of augmented reality and taking it to the next level. So I don't know if you've ever tried to use Google Maps while walking. It's quite difficult because obviously you're not moving very quickly and you don't always know which direction to go. But now with this augmented reality, you can actually just show your photo, your phone on the street, and it'll show you more clearly which directions to walk, which is something that's really cool. Also, the computer vision side. So let's say you are on the street and you're in Korea, for example. There's not going to be a lot of English signage, and you hold up the camera, and it'll translate in real time in your display.
So you get your Google goggles on and you're set, man. That is incredible. Then Waymo, Google's self-driving car division, they've got something very big planned.
So Waymo is a lot further on in their design than we thought they were. So obviously we heard earlier this year, Tesla had some issues with their self-driving cars and they were banned from testing it further. Waymo is actually a bit further along, and they've been approved to start their self-driving taxi service in Phoenix at the end of the year. So it's going to be the first city in the world where we've got a bunch of self-driving autonomous vehicles driving people around. And they've announced that with their vision software, where they can detect, other cars, pets, people, even in wheelchairs, is so advanced that they're going forward with this project.
But it must have been, when you think of what it took to kind of halt Tesla's progression, which seemed to be almost there. Whatever they said, whatever they did in that pitch, it's worked. That is phenomenal, dude.
Yeah, no, they've come a very, very far way in a short amount of time. It's
Would
great.
you take a driverless car?
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Of course you would, man. And you'd have your goggles on as you did that. Theunis, awesome, and congratulations on achieving the big 1 year with your little one,
Thanks, man.
Very special milestone as well. Well, that's our roundup of what's gone down in the world of tech, in particular in the world of Google this week.
Imagine that driverless car could deliver some pizza. I mean, that's a fantastic idea because, pizza is one of the world's greatest ways of celebrating. And one brand is more synonymous with that tradition than most. I mean, along with serving scrumptious pizza from more than 100 branches across Africa, Pizza Hut have embarked on an initiative really worth celebrating, helping kids across the continent to learn to read.
With Pizza Hut growing across Africa, they want to give back in a meaningful, sustainable way. So they partnered with literacy NGO Read, and inspired by the shape of their footprint across the continent, they initiated the Slice of Africa campaign.
Here in Africa, we have 280 million people who can't read. So ultimately, we wanted to use our footprint for good and make a big difference as far as literacy goes right here in Africa. What we're aiming to do is we're aiming to visit a Pizza Hut in every country where we're present in sub-Saharan Africa. And what we want to try to do is to change our pizza boxes into red reading boxes, boxes packed full of books and toys and games that we'll be giving out to children in every country. And that kicks off our big Africa Pizza Hut initiative to help literacy across the whole of the African continent.
In cities from southern Africa right up to the west and across to the east, at each stop on the literacy drive, schools and NGOs received red reading boxes. Fun ways to learn were followed by a great storyteller from the region reading a unique story. Collecting those stories, Pizza Hut published them in a book to add to these red reading boxes being delivered across the continent.
We believe that children up to age 10, that's where they're learning to read, And from 10 onwards, they actually then read to learn. And I think from our side, if we can make a pivotal difference in getting books into the hands of young children at this stage, I think that can make a phenomenal difference when we look across the literacy rates across the whole of the African continent. So that's exactly what we're trying to do with the red reading boxes here.
In each Pizza Hut store, the Slice of Africa campaign will be officially launched, allowing customers to donate towards red reading boxes for their country. With this project, Pizza Hut aims to transform the lives of 100 million people over 10 years. As the United Nations put it, literacy is about being able to read the past and write the future.
Finally, there's some care in carbs. I love this idea of turning pizza boxes into reading boxes that are filled with fun and creative tools that can help kids to learn and read. Absolutely awesome. Next time you order a pizza at Pizza Hut, make a donation and support the African Literacy Project. You can do that in-store or at pizzahutafricanliteracyproject.com.
Pizza Hut, delivering literacy to those who need it most.
Now, of course, we all know that this Sunday, the 13th of May, is a very important day to all of us, not just in South Africa, but across the world, as we celebrate our mothers and the most important people in our lives that have played such a critical role. And earlier on, I think you summed it up perfectly about the inspiration that our mothers have been to all of us. And with that, I want to take a moment to thank not only my own mother, but all of the incredible women that have played a mother role in my life. And I could name them, the list is very, very long. But what I do know is that every single ounce of strength that they have shown through the various challenges that have faced them in life, I have taken and grown from. It's been a seed that's been planted in my heart and turned me into the person that I am today. And to the point where I am now able to celebrate as a father, and with my beautiful lady, Monique Miller, and we had our baby shower and had all of the mothers involved joining us. It is such a beautiful process to watch how she has completely fallen in love with our child and with us all over again. And I can only imagine just what that must have been like for me experiencing it as a child with my mom. And I cannot wait for her to fully be in that role as a mother. And so I want to say happy Mother's Day to my mom, to Monique's mom, to Tani Cici, to Tani Hester, Tani Cecile Kennedy, to everyone, to every single one of you that has played a motherly role to me. I wouldn't be the person that I am today without you. Your strength inspires me and it encourages me every single day to make you proud, and I hope that I certainly do. And a happy Mother's Day to everyone this coming Sunday. It is so emotional, isn't it? Oh my goodness.
Man.
Introducing Clover Care, the first enriched milk packed with nutrients to help you take extra care of your whole family.
Made with love by Clover.
I think the thing is, like, you just never feel, you can never say thank you enough. You can't.
Man.
It's impossible to thank a mother's love. You can't repay it.
It's the most powerful thing in the world. It really, really is. And this is, I know we're going to try kind of treat our mothers now today, but you want to do it every day.
Absolutely.
Every day.
Every day should be Mother's Day.
Are we going to dial it back a notch and make some French toast from moms?
Yeah, but this is a very, very special kind of French toast. I'll let you handle the French toast part of it, and I'll tell you about how we get all these ingredients dressed up.
We're going to make it quite swanky this morning, but French toast is French toast. Again, you want some good quality bread. We've gone for a chia butter, but you can literally do anything. Even some cinnamon bread is awesome there. So we've got our eggs. Obviously, I'm just going to start whipping those up.
Just checking that the pan is going well.
You're getting a bit of heat there. We'll pop some butter in there in just a moment. So what we're going to use here to really juice it up, because we want some nice sweets, we've got vanilla extracts. Which is kind
I've
of
never
a bit
done
stronger.
that before.
And
eggs and vanilla extract.
I mean, you can even take it further and have some like currant or vanilla bread itself, a bit of a sweet bread, just to really zhuzh it up. But this is going to be nice and light and fluffy. And you obviously want it to be as well mixed as possible, because you want uniformity when it cooks like that. You don't want kind of like white streaks coming through that.
Cool, that looks good. Let's get the bread all soaked in there, and then...
all right, so
you actually taught me how to make French toast. My late grandmother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, Coco, where you are, happy Mother's Day to you.
We're doing this in honor of you. So it's key not to let it soak too long, because you're going to get really soggy bread there. So you just want a nice little...
because you want it nice and crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, but not soggy.
Yeah, exactly. It needs to cook through.
Go for it.
That's looking good.
Yeah, take the bowl. Take the bowl with you, otherwise...
and booyah.
There we go. And I guess you just wait for the sides to get
want the
nice
brown
and golden
through. Let's do
brown,
two there
and
just
that's when you
because
know
it looks
to
amazing.
flip it to the other side. And of course, this is what you can make for Mom this coming Sunday on Mother's Day. You can SMS the keyword Clover to 33728, and we'll send you the ingredients
And that being
list.
said, I mean, if you wanted to make it even more creamy, you could just put a drop of milk in there as well. Yeah,
we'll make the next batch nice and creamy. So we've added some full cream milk there. Clover full
the
cream
vanilla
milk.
smells amazing. Just whip that up.
And this is nice and easy as well. You can do it while Mom sleeps, so that when she wakes up,
she's got the
smell.
But the key thing here, and Carl actually highlighted this, if you're gonna make your mom something amazing for Mother's Day, do the dishes afterwards, okay? The keyword here for this beautiful treat is Clover to 33728. Let's do 2 more. Do you want to dress that puppy up while I complete
I will do that. So take a look at it. This is a fancy way of doing bacon. So you're going to crisp up your bacon and then drizzle it with some maple syrup and allow it to caramelize. And what that does, it turns it into like a beautiful treat of streaky bacon, which is just going to be absolutely delicious. So it's like having your dessert with breakfast all at the same time. So SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. Oh my word! While I do this, take a look at how we made this.
Oh, lovely.
Let's get the.
Mother's Day is just around the corner, and you should be thinking about pulling out all the stops to pamper your mom. The perfect way to start a day is with breakfast in bed. And what better way than with this Clover Care French toast recipe? For this recipe, you'll need a 1/3 cup Clover Care milk, 4 eggs, 100-gram toasted walnuts, 2 tablespoons creme fraiche, 3 tablespoons maple syrup, 1 French loaf, 2 tablespoons clover butter, 100-gram bacon, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt. Place the bacon into a pan and allow it to cook until crispy. And set aside. In a mixing bowl, add the eggs, Clover Care milk, vanilla extract, salt, and whisk to combine. Next, add the clover butter to a pan and allow to melt. Then place the bread slices into the egg mixture and allow to soak on each side. Cook each side of your bread slice in the melted butter until each side is golden brown. Lay your French toast on a serving plate, top with crispy bacon, toasted walnuts, creme fraiche, and maple syrup. Serve up your love on a plate with the help from Clover Care for a French toast recipe that will have you on top of the list as mom's favorite.
Made with love by Clover.
So there it is. SMS the keyword Clover to 33728, and look at that.
Dude, you're an artiste.
I surprised myself. I assure you, Mom will be super delighted. This crispy caramelized bacon is a right treat. So
make sure you leave a little bit left over, just so you can taste it, just to see how good it is, man. Well done, buddy.
There you go.
Beautiful, man.
And like Graham says, make sure that you do the dishes afterwards. That's
Love you, Mom. Love ya.
Happy Mother's Day.
Introducing Clover Care, the first enriched milk packed with nutrients to help you take extra care of your whole family.
Made with love by Clover.
Those good-looking brothers, they can do anything. That was an amazing plating. It actually made me hungry, which is why you see all of this. But on the way on Expresso, if you want to see a Guinness World Record broken, an SA Stunt team has done just that, plus a Ukrainian bandura dance and a music performance by Nadia. Absolutely amazing. So, all I'm going to tell you right now is do not go anywhere. It's Expresso on SABC3.
Win a trip to New York City worth 150,000 Rand. South Africa's #1 cream cheese, Lancewood, is on the hunt for the nation's #1 cake. To bake it all the way to the Big Apple, upload a picture of your cake with the Lancewood product used to lancewoodcakeoff.co.za. 3 finalists will make it through to our live cake-off on Expresso show. 1 will impress celebrity judges Zola Nene, Jay Something and Lana Maseko and make it all the way to New York.
ніженьки босі, змочиш холодну росу. Я ж тебе вірна, я аж до хатиноньки, сам на руках однесу.
Sounds amazing.
Thank you.
Happy with it. I'm gonna swap the batteries with it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's a Friday morning. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, we've all heard of the Guinness World Records that celebrates the most bizarre and extreme accomplishments by humanity. Well, today in the studio, we have recent Guinness World Record winner, proudly South African Lana, Katz, along with Shawn van Rensburg, who are here to share the news for the very first time officially on Expresso. And Lana was part of a team of elite stunt performers that broke the record for the most people to be set on fire for 30 seconds. Here's a look at that attempt. Take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, come on! Guinness World Record holders in our midst. By the way, T's and C's applied. Please do not try this at home. It's not a cool party trick for you and your friends over the weekend. Wow, congratulations, guys. Lana, Shawn, wow. So where did the idea come from where you thought, well, let's set ourselves on fire for 30 seconds and set a new Guinness World Record?
Well, there's a legend in the industry, Kevin Bitters, who works for a company called Paradigm Shift, who owns a company called Paradigm Shift Special Effects. And he knows about the record previously being set in the United States with 21 people for 30 seconds. And he just thought, you know what, if not, why not? Records are meant to be broken, and let's put the right people together. South Africa have some of the best stunt performers and best stunt companies in the world. So we're more than capable of doing it.
I want to find out whether it was difficult to convince people to agree to setting themselves on fire for 30 seconds. I mean, when you go like, we want to do this, can we please burn you for 30 seconds?
Well, if you're speaking to a bunch of stunt people and you're telling them, let's put you on fire for as long as possible, everyone was like, yes, sign me up. When can we do this? Immediately. So it wasn't really difficult getting everyone together.
We had too many people actually wanting to get involved.
So you could have had more.
You could have had more.
Yeah.
Take me through the preparation of something like this. There must be a lot of logistics, a lot of safety elements considered.
Yeah, so Kevin came up with the idea sort of to initiate this process in August of 2017. And in secrecy between August and December, there was a lot of preparation as to the chemicals that we use, the fuel, the accelerants that we use on the bodies, as well as the outfits, how we prepare the outfits, the certain wicking paddles. So if you saw in the video, there were certain places where they place the accelerant onto the body. They are specifically placed there, as well as the size of them. The material that we use to have on our bodies itself to protect us from the fire. A little bit of a thing that I want to put across to people is that this is not just normal fuel. It's not we had chemists get involved to put a special accelerant together for us to walk long distance, but also not have severe heat. So the heat that we're feeling is reduced, and it also allows us to burn for longer. So if you use petrol, it's going to burn instantly, and then there's going to be no more fire. We will be fine, but then we don't have 30 seconds of burn.
Once again, do not try this at home.
Absolutely.
I've always wondered very quickly, what happens after you break a Guinness World Record or you're the holder? Does Guinness send you like a certificate and like lots of money and?
Unfortunately not. There's a lot of waiting for us, and we wanted to have someone out here, but the spur of the moment, we had to just get it done at a certain time.
Yeah.
And we waited 15 weeks before we got our notice, and that's why we're here today to announce it for the first time.
Thank you very much for having us on part of this journey. Wonderful achievement indeed. And I hope it's a record that stands for many, many years to come.
Absolutely. I think, you know, you hit on a nail. We want to see what happens next.
Next time, let's get like 100 people. I think I'll be part of it.
Why not?
Yes, come on.
If not, why not?
All right, now let's take a look at the news headlines of the morning.
Taking a look at news headlines here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso. One man has succumbed to his injuries after his throat was slit when the Imam Hussein Mosque in Verulam, KwaZulu-Natal was attacked yesterday afternoon. 2 others remain in a critical condition. The ad hoc committee looking into amending Section 25 of the Constitution for the purpose of land expropriation without compensation has extended its deadline for written submissions by a fortnight. Abroad, US President Donald Trump will meet North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in Singapore on 12 June. The US leader tweeted that they would both attempt to make it a very special moment for world peace. And finally, at least 41 people are confirmed dead and hundreds of families displaced after the wall of a dam in Nakuru County, Kenya collapsed following heavy rains. That's it for your news for now. Graham's got your sport.
Let's kick it off here in SA where the Premier Soccer League season comes to an end. That's tomorrow with Ajax, SuperSport, Polokwane City and Baroka still in that relegation battle. All of tomorrow's matches kicking off at 3 o'clock. Little further afield in the UK, Man United failed to break down West Ham in the English Premier League last night as they played out to a goalless draw in London. Then a bumper weekend of rugby, another local derby headlining Super Rugby as the Bulls take on the Sharks in Pretoria tomorrow. Elsewhere, the Lions battle the Highlanders while the Stormers take on the Chiefs. And in tennis, Kevin Anderson has progressed to the quarterfinals of the Madrid Open for the first time. That came yesterday thanks to a 2-love win over Philip Kohlschreiber. More on those stories on the top of the hour.
Quick look at your traffic and your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso. There has been an accident on the N1 northbound after Bayes Nordier Drive, blocking the emergency lane. Proceed with caution in the area that's Fairland in Gauteng. If you're in the Western Cape, in Bellville, there are severe delays of 18 minutes or more. And increasing on the N1 outbound, there is traffic volumes over there between Sable Road and the M14 McIntyre Road. The average speed there, 20 kilometers per hour. That's for your traffic for now. Let's take a look at your weather.
Look around. Life is beautiful. The Hyundai Tucson.
So, good weather conditions across the country today. A little bit lower in the George area, some colder conditions, but let's take a look at all those temperatures just for you. Let's start with Polokwane, a low of 9 to a high of 26 with some cloudy conditions there. Bombela, 12 to 31. Pretoria expects 11 this morning to a high of 24. Johannesburg, 10 to 22 today. Mahikeng, 11 to 26. 12 to 26 in Klerksdorp. Kimberley, 12 to 26. Bloemfontein, a low of 7 to a high of 24. Richards Bay, partly cloudy, 17 to 31. Pietermaritzburg, 13 to 30. Durban, also a high of 30 over there from a low of 21. Mthatha, also 30 from a low of 10 this morning. East London, 14 to 30. Cradock, 11 to 28. Port Elizabeth, 13 to 24. George, 10 to 19. Sutherland, a low of just 1 to a high of 18. Cape Town, 12 to 17. Worcester, 6 to 20. Springbok, 7 to 17. And Uppington, 8 this morning to a high of 30. You can expect some thunder showers in that particular area. That's it for your temperatures for now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso.
Okay, all right. Listen, the hashtag Lay's Ukraine experience is nearly here, and today we're going to infuse our Friday with Feel Good on Expresso because we'll be finally announcing the 5 lucky winners that will be accompanying us to Ukraine to experience all that this incredible country has to offer. Plus, of course, with double tickets to the UEFA Champions League in our pockets, we are all good to go. We are literally just counting down the days. So in the spirit of all things Ukrainian, we're taking a look at a bandura, a traditional Ukrainian instrument. And our trusty Ukrainian friend Nadia is here to join us again to tell us about this wonderful piece of musical instrumentation. It looks like it's very, very difficult to play, so I'm not even going to try. But Nadia, tell me about the bandura. It's a very traditional instrument in the Ukraine.
Good morning.
Dobry den.
Dobry ranok.
Dobry ranok. I need to get it right.
It's Ukrainian traditional instrument, and I'm very proud to present it today here. It's like a symbol of freedom, symbol of Ukrainian spirit. Only it's originally Ukrainian. You will not find it nowhere just Ukrainian.
Just in the-
Special Ukrainian brand, and especially today on TV in South Africa.
Beautiful.
We have 2 instruments in Cape Town, so.
And I heard that over the years, it's gone through an evolution. At first, it used to have 31 strings.
Yeah, at first it was like, originally such version exists, like it was from lute, then it was improved a little bit, more strings were added, and its shape was changed a little bit and became wider with each extra string. And nowadays we have such final result.
Yeah.
With beautiful
68
sound.
strings I hear right now.
Yes.
Which is amazing. How difficult is it to learn to play that?
It's easy.
Well, I guess when you've grown up that way. And then is it used to play more traditional music or more modern music, or is there a mixture of the two right now?
Traditionally it was traditional music,
Yes.
but nowadays we present it in different, some guys play beautiful jazz, some guys play modern music, foreign music, any.
Yeah.
It's such a big possibility of this instrument, not limited with only traditional,
Yes.
but much wider.
Tell me about the song that you're going to perform for us now.
I'm gonna perform Ukrainian traditional song «Ніч, яка місячна зоряна ясна». Why I choose it? Because it's very beautiful tune and magnificent Ukrainian words. But I want to tell you that it's about one guy who came to call her girl outside for date, and he described how beautiful is nature around them and how nice is his feeling. He will always protect you, he will always keep her safe, and everything gonna be fine. Just come out, even being tight. I will hug you and my heart will warm you up.
That is absolutely beautiful. Nadia, take it away.
Ніч, яка місячна зоряна, ясная, видно, хоч голки збирай. Вийди, коханая, працею зморена, хоч на хвилиночку пой. Вийди, коханая, працею зморена, хоч на хвилиночку пой. Сядемо вкупонці тут під калиною, і над панами я пан. Глянь, моя рибонько, срібною хвилею стелиться полем туман. Глянь, моя рибонько, срібною хвилею стелиться полем туман. Ти не лякайся, що ніженькі босії змочиш в холодну росу. Я ж тебе милая, аж до хатиноньки сам на руках однесу. Я ж тебе милая, аж до хатиноньки сам на руках однесу. Не лякайся, що змерзнеш, лебедонько, тепло ні вітру, ні хмар. Я ж пригорну тебе до свого серденька, а воно палке, як жар. Я ж пригорну тебе до свого серденька, а воно палке, як жар, як жар, як жар.
Wow, absolutely beautiful. The beautiful sounds of Nadia with her bandura singing Nishyaka Misyachna.
Moonlight Night.
Yes, Moonlit Night. Beautiful. Thank you for taking us on this wonderful journey of learning about Ukrainian music and Ukrainian food. Last time you baked a beautiful cake for us that
Thank you
we
so much.
enjoyed
It's a
so
pleasure.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Now, it is, of course, another Feel Good Friday on Expresso because we've got very exciting news. Finally, we can announce the 5 #Lay's Ukraine Experience winners that we've selected, and we're about to announce them right here, right now. So, a big congratulations to Babalelo Olga Mpasele. That's our first winner. Yes, yes. We're going to applaud every single one of them. Then Jock Willem Swart, congratulations. Gary David Back, congratulations. Melini Naidu. And last but certainly not least, Mornay Randall Louise. Congratulations. We can't wait for this trip. It's going to be full of flavor. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Remember that there are still lots of great prizes up for grabs. So just go ahead and buy a pack of Lay's, dial and stand a chance to win. But to our lucky 5 winners, we will see you on our journey to enjoy the most wonderful parts of what Ukraine has to offer. And then the Champions League final. It's going to be amazing. Woo!
So whose place are we going to watch the final?
I think you can come over to my place. It's fine.
Right,
We're not going to be in Ukraine.
It'll be almost as good, man. You wait for Champions League final? Are you kidding me? Man, that is awesome. Okay, well, amazing. We're going to keep it indoors, at least for this weekend, with a brilliant movie lineup right here on 3. We'll give you a blow-by-blow after the break.
And of course, you know that Banduro is quite cool. Mlindo has confirmed that it may just be a sample in his next track, but he will be performing here on Expresso a little bit later. Stick with us.
Just say no, man. Just say no.
It's Mother's Day on Sunday, and today on Afternoon Express, we look forward to the day of maternal celebration. Joining us in the loft is South African producer and director Diana Keam, who is making a film dedicated to the overlooked role that domestic workers play in raising the children of South Africa. Plus, the eccentric and energetic Moonchild Sanley treats us to a live performance. That's Afternoon Express, weekdays at 4:30 p.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours.
Hey, uyazokuthanda umuntu vele ugcwele ngaye. Yestrate ngihlanganisela yena angamboni ngihleli namajit yestrate ngihlanganisela yena angamboni noma ungahamba uzongikhumbula.
2010.
The first Cannes Red Carpet was incredibly amazing. I've watched.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Guys, it's live. We're live, large.
It's a buzz.
On a Friday. A quick little moment to reflect on some international entertainment news. Now, with all the glitz and glam that we're getting from the red carpet at Cannes Film Festival, attention is now falling to the doors that are opening for those who have the drive and passion to produce. And one such film is a Kenyan film called Rafiki, a film which saw the cast and crew walk the red carpet in awe of the hustle and bustle of the flashing lights and the cameras. And this is what they had to say about it. Take a look.
The first Cannes red carpet was incredibly amazing. I've watched them live from home, so being there and having to walk was incredible. And the photographers yelling our names and shouting Nairobi and saying Hakuna Matata, it was incredible.
Going off the red carpet was incredible. We were borderline hysterical by the time we finished the red carpet because we were so giggly. It was curious seeing how many people wanted to see us.
What a moment. What a moment.
Time has come.
TIA. Hashtag TIA. Now, Rafiki is the first Kenyan film to premiere at Cannes Film Festival, and it took 7 years to make. It's about two young women who fall in love and are shunned by society. And they also happen to be the daughters of politicians. Now, Kenya banned the film due to the context of homosexuality, so the cast still has high hopes in getting it to be screened in the country. And but I mean, the wonderful thing is that now it's getting this international platform.
It's opened the conversation.
Exactly, exactly. So we want to hear exactly what they had to say about that, the fact that the film was banned. Take a look.
We believe since 2010, when we had a new constitution promulgated, the Chapter 4 Bill of Rights clearly stated that every human is equal.
It's not the best possible situation, but for us guys, I think we have hope that Kenyans will be able to watch the film.
Oh, well, unfortunately, Wanuri Kiwi, the director of the film, was hoping to get an 18+ rating originally so that it wouldn't be fully banned, but they didn't get that rating. But the Kenyan Film Classification Board claims that Wanuri's script excluded the romantic scenes, and they were reviewing the legal avenues against her as well. So there were some words to be shared about that. Take a look.
Well, we followed the letter of the law, and the Kenya Film Classification Board has the shooting script that we ended up shooting. So while there are threats of arrest, we strongly feel that once we get to court, we'll be able to prove any case that is brought up against us.
Yeah, one only hopes that it is through films like this and creatives like this that messages will continue to proliferate throughout the world about equality on all levels, and that governments, you know, especially like in Kenya, it's atrocious that we're still dealing with this kind of thing in 2018.
Well, just what I loved about that was 7 years to make under the threat of arrest, and they still did it. Beautiful,
absolutely. Oh, well, congratulations to the entire cast and crew of Rafiki. Well, right now, let's quickly take you through the movies you can expect to see on your screens on SABC3 this coming weekend, guys.
All right, starting off with the first one. It's called Backlight, though, because I can tell you SABC has got some great drama-heavy films this weekend. So this is on Friday, of course. You can tune in and catch the 2010 sci-fi drama Backlight, starring Joaquim de la Meda, Skylar Day, and Evelyn Pereira, which won numerous awards, such as Best Actress for Skylar Day at I know for the LA Movie Awards. And the film follows several characters who are each at critical stages of their lives. They are strangely drawn towards an uncharted lake in the middle of the desert, where they all have the opportunity to save each other.
He's loco.
Yeah, see, Backlight is coming on very, very soon, 9:30 p.m.
I don't think there's actually any Spanish in the movie. So,
no, probably not.
Can we take a little sneak peek? Here we go.
Each word is a clue about what can save me each day.
You need guidance. You come to me and listen to what I say, not some ridiculous broken phone.
You are on the wrong course to your destination.
Or maybe this world is just a hell of a planet.
Maybe this world is just a hell of a planet.
I just held onto my phone and looked tighter.
Get away from the edge. Get away from the edge. So let's now take you to Saturday, 7 p.m, an iconic movie titled Steel Magnolias. We've in fact got two amazing films on Saturday night, but let's kick it off with this one. It's a 2012 adaptation of a classic play, which I didn't know. It's got an all-star cast. I'm talking about Queen Latifah, Jill Scott, Alfred Woodard, Felicia Rashad, brilliant. And it centers on a group of women in Louisiana who share an incredible bond, how they cope with the death of one of their own from that inner circle. And the original play, in fact, was written by Robert Harling, which helped him come to terms with the experience of his... he wrote it for his nephew to help his nephew come to terms with the passing of his mother. So there is something really authentic and heartfelt, but here you can see a little bit for yourself.
Morning, Clary. Morning, Truvy. Who the hell are you? Anel. That's it? Like Beyonce? What's wrong? I'm 2 months pregnant. I know that you want me to be happy. What makes me happy is having this baby.
Right. Diabetics have healthy babies all the time.
This is one of those times. I can feel it in my bones.
You put my money on those bones. That which does not kill us makes us stronger.
Steel Magnolias, Saturday on 3. The stage is yours.
Ooh, get the tissue box out. I'm lumping in my...
It's feel good as well. You can kind of feel that though. But you know, I can say that on that same evening, if you're not entertained, Gladiator's coming on. That is amazing. That's why the Gladiator is one of my favorite movies of all
it's
time.
Every man's favorite movie.
Yeah, I mean, you have to put it on your list of movies to watch though. And I mean, this is following Steel Magnolias, so you get a nice emotional drift as you go along throughout the evening. This one will be on your screens 9:30 p.m. And as you know, Russell Crowe's in there, Joaquin Phoenix, Richard Harris as well. And if you're in the mood for like a Troy type of movie with a bit of 300, well, this is SABC 3. Take a look.
The general who became a slave. The slave who became a gladiator. The gladiator who defied an empire.
Gladiators, I salute you. Father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
The Gladiator, Saturday at 9:30 on 3. The stage is yours.
Oh, did your chest just go like...
Hey.
That scene where he walks through the field and just tearing up all over again. Okay, so you have lots to expect on SABC 3 because the stage is yours, of course. And we're going to take a short break. When we come back, Mlindo, the vocalist, has all the stage and all the time as he performs for us. It's going to be very exciting. Look at him. Fana, just getting in the mix there with his princess.
Throw it down. Then we're going to take you back into the kitchen to whip up a beautiful raspberry fridge cheesecake that looks absolutely amazing. Just for you, Mom. We'll see you after the break.
If you need to get away, begin with flights from just 99 Rand by planning your escape with TravelStart and Uber. Get these incredible early bird deals by booking a flight or package through Uber Escapes, and you will receive a voucher code for 4 free rides up to the value of 100 Rand each, which you can apply on your way to the airport on holiday. It's just another amazing way to enjoy hassle-free, budget-friendly getaways with TravelStart.co.za and Uber.
Hey, feel good. Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
2, 3, 4. Get your dance on. Get your dance on. You know why we're dancing? Because every day millions of people across the world celebrate their birthdays, and of course, you might be one of them. So we want to wish you a happy birthday, and also allude you to the fact that you might be celebrating it with a famous person.
Yeah, a couple of very famous South African faces thrown into the mix today. None other than the one, the only Victor Matfield, a towering person and a towering lock in the game of rugby. I think probably considered one of the best locks ever to have played the game. And as captain of the Springboks, actually led them to the 2007 Rugby World Cup. Great man, great athlete, incredible father. Happy birthday, Vic.
Yep, all right. Also celebrating her birthday today, none other than this lady. You all know who I'm talking about. Black China TV personality and model who gained fame, of course, by becoming friends with Kim Kardashian, and then became more than friends with Kim's brother, and now they share a baby. She also appeared in popular music videos, including Monster by Nicki Minaj, They're Friendly, and Rag City Girl, Rag City Girl by Tiger. So happy birthday, Black China.
And then far more important than any of these celebrities and famous faces, we'd like to wish two of our viewers a very, very happy birthday. First off to Theunis Adonis. Theunis, it's your birthday, bro. Look a little happier, dude. Come on, man. But happy birthday to you, my friend. And Melissa Chetty is also celebrating her birthday tomorrow, the 12th. So we're going to throw some love over onto Saturday's side.
Absolutely. Also remember, if it is your birthday, let us know. Of course, link up with us on our social media platforms at Expresso Show on Twitter, Expresso Morning Show SABC3 on Facebook. And you can even wish somebody else happy birthday if you like, eh?
Yeah,
Just
man.
spread the birthday love. Happy birthday to you.
Play the music.
Taking a look at your news now on Expresso. One man has succumbed to his injuries after his throat was slit when a mosque in Verulam, KwaZulu-Natal was attacked yesterday afternoon. 2 others remain in a critical condition. The Imam Hussein Mosque was also set alight. It's believed that the attackers were 3 Egyptian nationals who allegedly slit the throats of 3 people, including the Imam of the mosque. The Muslim Judicial Council, the South African Jewish Board of Deputies, and Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Police have all condemned the attack in the strongest terms. The ad hoc committee looking into amending Section 25 of the Constitution for the purpose of land expropriation without compensation has extended its deadline for written submissions by a fortnight. MPs met yesterday to adopt the committee's program over the coming months as they travel across the various planned provincial meetings on this emotive subject. MPs heard that around 140,000 written submissions had already been made. Committee co-chairperson Vincent Smith says the submissions could easily increase threefold as the deadline approaches. Moving abroad now, US President Donald Trump will meet North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in Singapore on 12 June. The US leader tweeted that they would both attempt to make it a very special moment for world peace. Trump's announcement came hours after he welcomed home 3 US detainees released by North Korea. The key issue expected to be discussed is North Korea's nuclear weapons program, which the US wants Pyongyang to give up completely and irreversibly ahead of the meeting. Kim has pledged to shut down nuclear test sites. At least 41 people are confirmed dead and hundreds of families displaced after the wall of a dam in Nakuru County, Kenya, collapsed following heavy rains. It gave way just as residents were settling down for the night. There are fears that the death toll could rise as more than 500 homes were affected. Kenya and neighboring Horn of Africa countries are experiencing heavy rains following a year of severe drought in 2017. And that's for your news for now. Here's Graham with your sport.
So most notably, on the local front in football, the Premier Soccer League season comes to an end tomorrow with 4 teams still locked in that relegation battle. Ajax Cape Town, SuperSport United, Polokwane City and Baroka FC are only separated by 3 points at the bottom of the table, but I think most of the pressure is on last place Ajax, who have a mountain to climb in the form of Kaizer Chiefs to survive. All those matches from the final day of the season kicking off at 3 o'clock tomorrow. And staying with football, Man United failed to break down West Ham in the Premier League last night as they played out to a goalless draw in London. That result takes Man United to 78 points, confirming their second-place finish on the log with 1 game still to play. And the final match day of the season takes place this Sunday as Man City, our champions, tackle Southampton. Liverpool, they face Brighton, while relegation-bound Swansea take on Stoke City. Then another local derby headlining Super Rugby as the Bulls take on the Sharks in Pretoria tomorrow. So when the two teams met in April in Durbs, the Bulls dominated, scoring 6 tries on their way to a mammoth 40-10 win. Warwick Gallant, the star of the show, scoring a hat-trick. Also in action this weekend, we've got the Lions up against the Highlanders, while the Stormers go head-to-head with old foes, the Chiefs. And then finally in tennis, having a great week, Kevin Anderson progressed to the quarterfinals of the Madrid Open for the first time. That came yesterday thanks to a 2-love win over Philip Kohlschreiber. The big serving South African had to dig deep in the second set, but eventually saw out a 6-3, 9-7 win to set up that last 8 clash with Dusan Lajovic. In the women's results, we've got Karolina Pliskova, Caroline Garcia, and Kiki Burtons all progressing to the semi-finals. And that's a wrap of your sport for this Friday morning.
Turning air into pristine, clean drinking water. Cirrus Water, the future of sustainable drinking water.
A warm day expected all over South Africa today. If you head down to Georgia, a bit cooler, but here are your temperatures you can expect. Let's start with Polokwane, a low of 9 to a high of 26. Cloudy conditions in that area. Bombela, 12 to 31. Pretoria, 11 to 24. Johannesburg, 10 to 22. Mahikeng, 11 to 26 today. Also 26 in Klerksdorp and Kimberley with the lows of 12 in those areas. Bloemfontein, 7 and 24. Richards Bay are going from 17 to 31 today. Pietermaritzburg, 13 to 30. Durban, 21 to 30 today. Mthatha, 10 to 30. East London, 14 to 30. Cradock, 11 to 28 today. Port Elizabeth, good morning. 13 for you this morning, 24 this afternoon. George is a low of 10 to a high of 19. Sutherland, just 1 this morning to a high of 18 later. Cape Town, 12 to 17. Worcester, 6 to 20. Springbok, 7 to 17. And thunder showers expected in Uppington, 8 to 30. That's it for your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso. As we bring you the thunder of Mlindo, here's Kat.
Well, a warm day across South Africa is certainly about to turn into a hot one here in our studio. The musings of Mlindo, the vocalist who's about to perform a song, the very first that he collaborated with DJ Maphorisa on, a song that's now sees him with some 1 million views on that video on YouTube. Here's Mlindo, the vocalist, with Amaplesa.
Hey, uyazokuthanda umuntu uvela ubona ngaye, uvela ubona straight, uvela ubona umshado ngisho uma wengane, impilo yakho yonke iphelele wena umunaye, kanti yena ufuna ukuhamba ufuna ukubona abanye, mina ngisazi ngithini akuphile ngaphandle kwakho nawe yazi isithandwa sami, ngoba uthena wasangithanda ucela ngimyeke, uhambile my baby, uhambile my baby, yeah. Uhambile my place, uhambile my place, oh, and don't be mad, don't be mad. And don't be mad, don't be mad. But I will get down who she who love you, I'm a blessed, I'm a blessed. But that you do, but that is not a someone. No more ambus on Kumbula. Who love you, I'm a blessed, I'm a blessed. I'm feeling dumb, I'm jita, I love her. Who show in front of Pam, we want what it's over. Nang na go away, nang na luto me na. ngithathela yena nithi ngenze njani manje ngithathela yena nithi ngithande bani wentombi yami wentombi yami wena buyele ekhaya manje ngithathela yena nithi ngithembe bani manje ngithathela yena nithi ngithande bani wentombi yami.
Lindo, the vocalist, hard and fun. Uzobuya, man. She'll come back, man. I'm sure she's hitting you up in the DMs right now. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what you thought about that performance of I'm a Blesser, man. It's such an emotive song. I'm sure you enjoyed it too. We're going to take a quick break. We'll have more from Lindo, the vocalist, a little bit later on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Uzobuya, man.
Win a trip to New York City worth 150,000 Rand. South Africa's #1 cream cheese, Lancewood, is on the hunt for the nation's #1 cake. To bake it all the way to the Big Apple, upload a picture of your cake with the Lancewood product used to lancewoodcakeoff.co.za. 3 finalists will make it through to our live cake-off on Expresso show. 1 will impress celebrity judges Zola Nene, Jay Something and Lana Maseko and make it all the way to New York.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso on SABC3. Happy Friday to you. Now, for a system that was designed to keep races apart, apartheid relied heavily on black women who lived in and managed the households of white families, leaving behind their own children and becoming part of the fabric of their employers' families' units. Now, producer and director Diana Keam grew up in such a household, and she's embarking upon a mission to tell a story, making a documentary feature called Don't Be Late for My Funeral, focusing on her other mother, Margaret Matala, as the protagonist. And she joins us to share more about her journey in the making of this film. It's great to have you and to speak to you. And ironically, as you were saying just before in the ad break, you were telling me about this story a week ago when we were working together in Pretoria, and now here we are. Tell me about what made you decide to tell the story, why it was so important.
Well, I've known her since, well, she knew my mother before my mother fell pregnant. So we have a lifetime together and a life story. the catalyst for me was at our first elections. And I remember thinking how these women had been such a cultural bridge and how important she was in my life. And I thought it was really important to honour the role that they played. So I wanted then, 20 whatever years ago, to tell a story about her.
Yeah.
And when my mother died last year, I decided to make it as a documentary rather than try and make it as a fiction film, because she is such an lively, interesting human being. So,
The title provokes a lot of emotion. Don't be late for my funeral. Why?
So she came to my mother's funeral last year and scattered my mother's ashes with all the children that she looked after. Well, not all of them, but a good chunk of them. She looked after 13 of us.
Oh, my goodness.
And at the funeral, she said to me, "Don't be late for my funeral." Yeah. So it's one of the questions I ask her in the film. Why did she say that?
Why do you think South Africans will resonate, especially right now, where we are faced with so many challenges, and especially, the racial issue becoming even more so such an issue now, where we're struggling through this? Why do you think South Africans will resonate with this documentary?
Well, I think it's a very common South African story, particularly amongst white people who had these nannies during the apartheid time. Now it's become more of a class issue, less of a race issue. And it's not a particularly comfortable story to tell because of the power dynamics and the discrepancies and the exploitation and a whole lot of the actual negative sides. But one of the things the question that I still have as an adult today is, how is it that the system that was trying to keep us apart brought this amazing woman into my home, who I love with all my heart, who was my other mother, you know, and she was the emotional stability when things were going pear-shaped. So we need to tell these stories, and I think we need to have those uncomfortable conversations.
We're going to talk about how people can get involved and help you crowdfund the fruition or the realization of this filmmaking. But what is the most important lesson, do you think, that you learned from Mama Margaret?
She gave me a sense of African culture, but the most important thing is that we are just all human beings, and the connection between us is so important. So this weird system that I grew up in, she just helped to show me that what a load of rubbish it all was.
Wow.
And she is, yeah.
So tell me about what you are doing for Mother's Day, because you're launching a crowdfunding campaign to raise capital to fund the film.
So it's on, the crowdfunding campaign is called Thunder Fund, spelled Thunda. And our call to action is, if you've had a woman who looked after you and your children, or possibly your mother was, or your grandmother was a domestic worker, let's honour these incredible women who were the backbone of our country. So by putting a bit of money into the film, we'll put a thank you to her in the credits, a little bit more money, add a photograph. So what I'm trying to do as a double thing is raise money, but also raise awareness and thank these women.
And it's such an international story, because we all know that at some point or another, there was somebody more than our own biological moms who played such an important motherly figure in our lives. And so I'll certainly be making my way onto Thunder Fund, right?
Excellent.
Thunder Fund. And I can't wait to see it. Thank you so much for joining us, Diana. We'll be following along on that journey. So head on over to, is it thunderfund.com?
.com, yes.
.com, and check out whether you can contribute to the making of this wonderful film called Don't Be Late for My Funeral.
All right, so time to continue on the Mother's Day trend, and also your trend of winning incredible prizes all week. We've been talking about the Lancewood Cake-Off, where one lucky person stands a chance of winning the trip of a lifetime to the Big Apple, New York City, valued at 150,000 Rand. So with Mother's Day just around the corner, it really is the perfect chance to make a little something delicious for your mama that could also be entered into the Cake-Off. So up next, we're going to be making or at least attempting to make a raspberry fridge cheesecake to show you just how easy it is to make something pretty darn awesome with the simplest of ingredients. Now, Carl, this really is idiot-proof, hopefully, okay?
Yes. No, but we can do this, though.
I will put it to the test. Okay.
All right.
So we love our Lance, but we're using here our full-fat plain cream cheese. Why? Because it's decadent, it's smooth, it's amazing. We learned from Jay something yesterday. If you're going to cook with it, or if you're going to bake with it, or use it in a recipe, let it get down to room temperature, so it's not too difficult to work with. You can see it's nice, creamy texture. Beautiful stuff. So all else that we need for this, literally, is 1 cup of water mixed into jelly, and obviously we're going for raspberry jelly.
Room temp as well, right?
Room temperature as well, let it come down, and 1 tin of condensed milk, because you want it to be sweet and decadent and lovely. So we're going to start with our condensed milk. Oh, man, this reminds me of boarding school. Condensed milk was like gold, eh?
You got this cooking thing down. I don't know if you should start a Graham's cooking show.
Dude, I told you, idiot-proof recipes.
That's fine.
No, I absolutely love the kind of recipes that we do here because the whole point is to make them accessible so that people really can enjoy them. So then we've got our raspberry gelée.
Well, also so you can impress mom as well. You know, if you whip this up on Saturday, then it's set to, but Sunday morning you're the star of the show.
It's so funny. We were talking earlier about, you know, back in the day when you were young and you would make stuff for your mom, and I would like do a breakfast for her, and I'd take beautiful flowers from the garden with like ants still crawling on them, and this poor woman had to sit there and pretend to enjoy my homemade oats and my soggy French toast. So, Mom, we've come a long way. We really have come a long way, man.
With the crunch of sand as well.
Yeah,
just a little bit of that.
A little twig or two there. But it is, I think for moms, what they love is the effort. That's the most important thing. So we probably could have let this cream cheese get even softer.
I must say, you're a delicate whisker. You know that.
I could cover your entire jacket in raspberry colorant. So the keyword here is cake to 33728, and we'll send you this ingredients list. I love the color here. It really does pop.
It's beautiful. It really is one of those Mother's Day colors, you know, and it's just, it's so beautiful.
So for the sake of TV, we're going to leave it at that point there. I mean, you could leave little beautiful white flecks in there, but you want it to be as smooth or creamy as possible.
Okay.
So I'm going to hand over to you as our designated pourer this morning. I hope this part of the process is also idiot-proof. So we've got some lovely chocolate biscuit that we've mixed in with a little bit of butter, crushed it down. You can go for just a nice thick base, so you can have that nice contrast of pink and dark. Beautiful. Beautiful porridge, man. Hey?
Yes, there you go. I just had to add a bit of a touch there, and then this goes into the fridge.
Ta-da!
And as you know, on TV, we've made one earlier. From nowhere.
The keyword again is cake to 33728. What I love about what you did with this one that you made for us last night is you took the borders all the way up, so it sits in its lovely little
dress it beautifully.
Chocolate biscuit cocoon.
I'm more of a minimalist with the dressing, you know. I want to do like one section of it should be dressed. I just think that's beautiful. Man. I could have poured it all over, you know. I want to be delicate with this one. It's important.
No, and you can make the shape of a heart. You could say, I love you, Mom. You could get creative with your topping. We've gone al natural with the raspberries themselves. Delicious, delicious stuff. So this is, as you have seen, a simple, quick, and incredibly easy but delicious way to show some extra love for your mom. And of course, you can enter it into a competition that could see you, or if you love mom enough, her going to New York for the trip of a lifetime. So that wasn't too hard at all, I don't think. I don't know what shape you're making there, but it's looking beautiful.
Thank you.
So you don't have to be a master baker to enter the Lancewood Cake Off. You too can share your favorite recipe to stand a chance of winning an amazing trip to the Big Apple worth, as we've said, 150,000 Rand. Definitely worth a shot at least. All you need to do to enter is upload a picture of your cake on lancewoodcakeoff.co.za with the Lancewood product that you have used in your delicious recipe. You have up until just the 20th of May to enter, so get those entries in right now. Start baking as we speak. And if you'll bake your mom this cake, and if that stands out over this Mother's Day weekend, who knows, you could take your mom with you to New York. That's looking beautiful. It's like a half moon shape.
Thank you.
It's lovely.
Thank you so much. You know, just to kind of half and half, just to kind of look at the contrast. You don't want to lose the color of it underneath it with the raspberry.
Exactly. You worked so hard for that. Absolutely beautiful. The keyword cake to 33728. We love you, Mom.
And yes, we do love you, Mom. So now that we've gone through the trouble of planning a recipe, you've gone into the kitchen, woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning to cook it. Now that it's all there, how do you put it all together? Because you want to present it beautifully to Mom. That's why Megan Daniels is here to give us some tips on how to best set a table that'll make Mom's Day truly memorable.
Of course, yes.
We're celebrating our moms, and this is looking amazing, but I would have no idea where to even start. So you're the expert. You take me through what you prepared.
Okay, great. So Mother's Day, it's all about, like, we don't want to fuss, you know, because Mom fusses about us all the time.
Sure.
So we want to show her, as you know, all the appreciation that we can.
Yes.
So I've come up with this kind of artsy style table. I think what's also great is that it's a paper cloth.
Didn't even notice. This is paper?
Yeah.
Oh, my
which I literally took with a couple of paintbrushes. And of course, you kind of just bring in the colors that are trending right now. So
Yeah.
for me, and my whole apartment is going emerald, gold, marble, that kind of style. So I brought it through because I think Mom loves that, and you get your taste from Mom, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So that's what we've done right here. Yeah.
Is it then important then to have an overall theme when you're decorating a table like this? Or can you just kind of go sporadically take idea there, and put it all together?
I think, yeah, as fashion works, I think tables and food works the same way. And I think it's nice to kind of draw inspiration from different places. Mine was very much from the fact that, you know, Mom loves plants and Mom loves the garden. And like my mom absolutely loves decor. I mean, I definitely got my taste from her. So I definitely went for something like this. I've got like living leaves as the centerpiece. So you've already bought Mom flowers for Mother's Day.
Okay.
I've kind of gone for what's in the fridge to make Dad happy with, you know, the budget. So we've gone for like kale, we've gone for like living spring onions. So it just adds like something different to your table setting.
I was actually thinking it could actually be part of your menu where you start picking from your table decor pieces and infusing that into
kind of just like doing
an
an interactive class, I think.
Yeah.
Would be quite cool.
What about colors? Is it important to keep a theme of colors, or can you also, because I mean, there is a bit of a flow here, the greens, the blues, with a pop of red, of course, whatever it is that you're enjoying to drink. How important is it to keep a color theme?
You know that saying like Mom will love you no matter what?
Yes.
I think just kind of tone it down with the colors. Don't go crazy, don't go crazy.
Don't let your inner child crayon all over the place.
Although with the paper, I think it's nice and easy to kind of draw on it and like get it going. But I think pull in inspirations that, you know, you've seen her kind of pull towards and she's kind of loving. And
yeah.
So
what are you going to be doing?
Mother Nature though. So Mother Nature is definitely the theme of what is going on here.
And in particular, what are you going to be doing this coming Mother's Day?
So it's actually a secret. My mom is watching right now. So I just told her to be ready at 12 o'clock for an insane 7-course lunch. She doesn't know where.
Wow.
But that's what's happening, yeah. I'm off on Mother's Day. I'm not cooking this year, but yeah.
7 courses. Of course you'd do that, but Megan, thank you so much. I think we've all been inspired, and I hope that you are inspired to make the moms out there in the world feel truly special on this day. They should be feeling special every single day, but this particular Sunday, make their day super memorable. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back after this.
If you need to get away, begin with flights from just 99 Rand by planning your escape with TravelStart and Uber. Get these incredible early bird deals by booking a flight or package through Uber Escapes, and you will receive a voucher code for 4 free rides up to the value of 100 Rand each, which you can apply on your way to the airport on holiday. It's just another amazing way to enjoy hassle-free, budget-friendly getaways with TravelStart.co.za and Uber.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Friday. That song only means one thing. It's time for the fashion fix on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And it's time, that time of the week where we, of course, have our weekly edition of Fab or Fail. And on the panel today, Sir Shade Lot himself. Editor-in-Chief of our Expresso show, Nick Strait. It's good to have you
Editor-in-Chief
here.
of the whole Expresso show. I love it.
I'm just giving you a brand new title, madam.
Okay.
Anyway, so what we usually do, we show Nick a slew of photographs of photos from the red carpet, sporting the latest fashion, and then we either give it a fab thumbs up or a fail poo face, and then we talk about it as well. So I can't wait to hear what we're doing. Also, we're still taking a look at the Met Gala, because that was the major fashion.
It's the biggest night of the year in fashion, so it deserves a 2.0.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, first up, Winnie Harlow,
Let's see her.
sporting this on the red carpet.
Love this.
I'm absolutely loving it. Why do you love it so
she's
much?
in Tommy Hilfiger, which is nice to see he's still alive. That's also a nice point as well. But what I love about Winnie is that she always looks gorgeous. She actually has an autoimmune condition called vitiligo, which causes, you know, discoloring in the pigmentation. She's able to like break these incredible barriers in fashion. Absolutely. She's one of the first, and I mean, look at that headpiece, Kat.
It's absolutely
you
stunning.
and that headpiece.
Looking absolutely stunning.
She's beautiful.
The Olsen twins were also there on the red carpet. Let's take a look at what are these?
Or fashion's gremlins, as I like to call them. But I live for Olsen twinage. I mean, they're in Paco Rabanne, vintage Paco Rabanne. These are the girls, they go against the fashion grain. Why are you laughing?
Because you call them the fashion gremlins.
They're fashion's it gremlins, and they know it. But what I love about them is that infamous pout. Look at that Mary-Kate and Ashley pout. It's all about sucking the cheek, biting on your inner cheek until it bleeds. Do it like, and I'm bleeding. Perfect. But that's it. But look at that face. They're serving face. But I love Paco Rabanne. How incredible is that?
It's stunning. It's striking. They just have not evolved in the cuteness that I was used to seeing them in. Donatella Versace.
Okay.
Wow. Do you love?
Okay, it's Donatella Versace. She's the OG of fashion, and she also co-hosted the Met.
Okay, all right. So does that get her like extra brownie points to flip it around? Because I mean, that is not doing
That's a
anything.
Big you're not into it. What I love about Donatella is you can't tell, is she 75 or 13? You know, that's the great question on everyone's minds. How old are you?
All right, I'm sure no doubt about that.
Yes.
When it comes to Amal Clooney, she's absolutely gorgeous, stunning. I wasn't quite sure about how this fit into the theme, though. That's my thing.
It's less for me the theme and more about the trouser. Beautiful from the back with this billowing skirt. Trouser. Okay, can I just say, she said she wore trousers because she's all about female empowerment and upliftment. Can we just take a break from that? Not a break from female empowerment.
What do you mean? We can never take a break.
No, listen.
Hashtag feminism. Hashtag what's wrong with
Yes, but what, can't you be a feminist and also wear a skirt? Because I do it all the time, and I'm a feminist. So
next up, Salma Hayek. What do you think of this?
Oh, Salma.
Yeah, that's not Met Gala worthy for me, but you know, yeah.
She's wearing an Italian brand called Ultra Zero, or as I like to call it, Cleavage. Their English name, Cleavage. Okay, she's been a rapid fashion descent for the last couple years, and her husband's one of the most powerful men in fashion, Kat. Get her a dress.
Okay, all right. I introduced Nick to this next lady this week.
And I'm regretting it.
Her name, Marjorie Harvey.
Okay, you go.
This is Mrs. Steve Harvey. She looked absolutely phenomenal, and I mean, if you go on the gram right now, you'll just see her fashion sense is incredible, and the fact that she is, I mean, a couple of years younger than.
He is robbing that cradle blind. Let's just be real. That cradle has left the building, but they're a cute couple.
I was never ready for that, but that's our week's edition of Fab or Fail with Sir Shade a lot. Thank you very, very much, Nick.
Thank you.
Oh, Mother's Day is around the corner, so we are whipping up some incredibly delicious recipes. We've been baking, we've made cheesecake, we've made French toast. Now, Lamise Abraham's self-taught baker, amazingly enough, and admittedly a cake addict and a superstar online who uses Instagram and social media platforms to really help teach those of us out there who want to do something special, to do something truly artistic with a cake. Lamise, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So good to have you here. You've brought a myriad of ingredients. So first we're going to quickly whip up the cake, which you say is pretty simple, but where you really step it up is how we can decorate this just for Mom. And it has to be special for Mom, right? All right, so I'm going to let you get started with the cake first.
Okay.
Where do we even begin?
Okay, so first we'll be making a vanilla sponge, and today I'll be doing a rectangular cake. So you'll just need 2 of these square tins, and then we'll be filling it with cream cheese and then a buttercream frosting on the outside, and then I'll just show you how to decorate it. So to start, we will need, to make the vanilla sponge, we need 8 egg yolks.
All right.
8 egg whites, which I already have in the bowl.
All right.
We'll need 2 cups of caster sugar. We'll need 2 cups of sifted cake flour, 4 tablespoons of maizena.
Okay.
And then 1 cup of oil.
A little bit of vanilla extract.
A little bit of vanilla extract, and then 1/2 cup of water, and of course some baking powder.
Okay, so pretty much like stock standard vanilla cake vibes. Cool.
Yes. Okay. So to make the sponge, we'll start with the egg whites first. We'll just put in 2 teaspoons of baking powder and then whip that up. And then while that's going, while you whip up your egg whites, you can make your batter. So you just add the caster sugar to the egg yolks. And then you beat that till it's mix it until it's quite fluffy. You can use your mixer as well.
If you need to, yeah.
Yeah. And then add your oil.
Cool. The key word here is bake to 33728 if you want to emulate this yourself.
Yes.
You want that to, obviously you want the sugar to dissolve nicely, get a nice creamy texture.
Okay, and then just add your flour, your maizena, and then your baking powder. And once these are all incorporated, you can add your fluffy egg whites to the mixture, and then pour it into your tray and bake it for 180 for about 30 minutes.
Okay, nice and simple. You want the egg whites to be fluffy because you want the cake to be nice
correct.
and fluffy and aerated. So that's done and dusted, really simple stuff. Give that to me. Now let's move on to the slightly more artistic and, as you say, the really fun parts. I mean, okay, first of all, I love the base. The rose kind of tinting on the icing looks absolutely beautiful. But now we're going to take it from there to there. Go for it.
So this is a watercolor. So basically, you just frost your cake, and then you can add different shades of pink buttercream, and then just smooth it out with a offset spatula. And then what I like to do is I just like to use different nozzles just to create a different
bit of textural element.
Exactly.
Were you an artist before you started baking? How did these two talents?
I did art I studied art at school. It was one of my main subjects, and I actually did production management at university. I actually wanted to be a fashion buyer, but that didn't happen. So,
Now you're living your best life on that
now
line.
I'm a cake.
So what are you going to be doing for Mother's Day? The big important question.
For Mother's Day, I'll be making cakes for everyone else. For everyone else's mother.
That's too sweet.
Okay, so now we just add the roses, and what I like to do is I like to put a toothpick and then just tape it.
I love that. So you're keeping the flour off the actual edible part of the cake.
Exactly. And then you can just
love it.
top
And
it.
kind of less really is more here. I love the fact that you haven't overdone it. It's simple, it's beautiful. You're really accentuating the watercolor. And that for me is just the game changer. The key word here again is cake to 33728. And of course, if you'd like to see more of Lamisa's amazing creations, you can go to @JustBaked online. That is spectacular. This is
coming
taking
together.
you a few seconds to create.
Yeah.
Is there one piece of advice that you could give someone wanting to emulate this?
I think just do whatever you feel comfortable with and whatever you have available. I mean, it's not very difficult. You can get roses. I mean, I love Woolworths roses, and they have beautiful orchids. Anything. You can do anything with flowers. Flowers make everything beautiful.
Oh, well, there isn't a mom out there that wouldn't love a creation like that. Lamise, thank you so much. You're a superstar online. You've been a superstar in our kitchen.
Just one more second, and to top it off. The final touch.
That is gorgeous. The keyword cake to 33728. And as we've been saying all morning, we love you, Mom. Well done. That's gorgeous. Hey?
So if you're still looking for a way to spoil your mom this Mother's Day, then catch Afternoon Express at 4:30 p.m. on SABC3. Chef Clem shares a quick and easy recipe for breakfast tartlets that you can whip up for your mom on the morning of her special day. All the bacon, all the cheese, like proper lekker stuff. It's the perfect treat for the most important woman in your life. It's amazing. We're going to take a quick break just to allow Kat to finish enjoying his donuts. We'll be right back here on Expresso.
So Champions League final and donuts.
It certainly is, and it's also a Friday on your Feel Good Breakfast show as we look ahead to Mother's Day coming up on Sunday the 13th of May, wanting to wish all mothers out there a very happy Mother's Day. And Carl, I've got to say, having spoken to you over the ad break now, I like the way that your thinking process behind Mother's Day, man. I really, really do. What's your message?
Well, you know, I had a conversation, and it was just this week, and it was actually just about the way mothers put themselves in boxes, though. And I got so many responses from mothers saying that we're always expected to be the ones in the kitchen. We're expected to be to dress a certain way, not to dress too fancy. Otherwise, that's unbecoming of a mother. And I just thought that if I were to deliver a message for Mother's Day, it'll be very, very simple, though. It would be to not box yourself into some sort of society-created mold of being a mother. You know, if you want to create some time for yourself to do the yoga class, you need to do that. There are too many single moms out there running around doing the job of two parents who don't often get a chance to make something happen for themselves and enrich their own lives while they enrich everybody else's. So I just like to say this Mother's Day, I want it to be a catalyst for you to start putting yourself first. And I know they say it's easier said than done, given the fact that you have to do all the runaround. But I'm going to say that this Mother's Day, to every single mother, to every single mom out there who is doing really, really hard work to make sure that the household is all put together, I'm going to say let Mother's Day not just be the one day where you feel special, but allow it to be the start of many more days of you putting yourself first.
Dude, that's brilliant. And with that, happy Mother's Day to all.
Absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't agree with you more, my brother. To all the single moms out there, especially, do something for yourself. Now, if you're looking for a great way to treat your beautiful mom this Mother's Day, Sasco has just the solution with these easy-to-bake apple and berry pastries. So in the kitchen with us today is food blogger and stylist extraordinaire Megan Daniels. And when it comes to baking, her philosophy is to keep it simple and focus on high-quality ingredients. Brilliant, which is why she always chooses Sasco to be her partner in the kitchen. I'm going to be the additional partner, but I'm absolutely useless. I'm not going to do a thing except watch you create brilliance. Now, Megan, so good to have you here. And this looks really simple but delicious. So take it away.
That's the key for Mother's Day, I think. And anyone that knows me knows that I'm not really a baker, I'm a food stylist. So for me, I like simple, quick, and Sasco makes it so much
And you do eat
easier.
with the eye. Remember, with mom, it's often the thought that counts, but you want her to actually enjoy the food that you're making. So kick us off,
You'll see how easy this recipe is.
Wonderful.
So we're just going to go in with Sasco cake flour.
Cool.
Into the bowl. No sieving required, nothing, which makes it that much
it's got
easier.
a beautiful consistency already. I love that.
So then we're going to go in with the butter. So the butter's already softened. And what we're going to do is to help combine that fat to the flour.
Got to get your fingers in there. Get in there. I love that.
So you'll see how it actually turns to like a crumbly type of consistency. So here we go.
And obviously for this kind of pastry, you need that crumbly effect.
Yes, because we're actually making a short crust pastry, so you need that kind of like fat to be in the layers for that ultra crisp. It's going to be great.
I love that. And ultimately, using your fingers to combine it in this way is the most effective. It's not just fun and tactile, but it does bring out the best results.
And I mean, kids, how easy is this? You're literally playing with food. You get to play with food.
But I would imagine unsupervised, this could get out of hand. So if dads or other family members, if you're going to help the little ones do something for mom, just maybe put down a tarpaulin on the floor before you start baking.
Agreed, I think.
That's an awesome way to learn as well about these textures and get really stuck in.
So here we've got, you see how quickly it came together?
Yeah, lovely.
We're just going to go in with some icing sugar.
Okay.
And then an egg yolk.
Yolk, just one egg yolk.
So literally with that, just cut the egg yolk.
Oh, wow.
And it literally all comes together. So you can see literally how that pastry has changed already.
It started to come. That's amazing.
Literally so quickly. And what you're going to do,
You
put
just
it onto
spit
the
that out.
surface.
Wow.
Bring it
It's almost
together.
like letting the ingredients do it for themselves. I love that.
So you see you're going to bring it together and together and together, and eventually it's going to be a nice set,
solid ball.
within minutes, honestly. And then you're literally going to put it into a cling film, pop it into the fridge to rest for about 30 minutes.
Cool.
Then you're going to bring it out, roll it out, let it set and kind of get to room temperature. It always helps with the butter again. And then from there, we
Just
literally
use a
just
little
cut...
cookie cutter to take out one beautiful round little...
Cookie cutter, I would recommend hearts. Circles.
The circles, yeah.
Just because we are going into a
Cool. The
baking.
keyword is Sasco to 33728. If you'd like this delicious recipe, I'm going to ask you to race quickly into making our filling here.
So we're going to add an apple
Okay.
to that, and then if I can ask you to add the raspberries straight to that bowl.
Cool.
Because this is going to be our filling, and you'll literally see how quick and simple this is. So the
love
raspberries go in with the vanilla extract.
Cool. Vanilla's been used quite liberally today. I love that.
That's often the saint of moms, I think. That's what I think about when I think about moms.
So while we complete this little work of art, or these multiple works of art, you can take a look at how we got to this point. Here's a quick recap.
You'll be sure to put the biggest smile on Mom's face with these Sasco apple and berry pastries. In a mixing bowl, combine the flour and butter by rubbing them together to form a breadcrumb-like consistency. Add the egg and icing sugar before working into the mixture using a spoon. Once the dough comes together, and gently knead until it all becomes a ball. Be careful not to over-knead the dough, as this will tighten up the dough and make it chewy instead of crumbly and crispy. Place the dough in the fridge to chill for about an hour before removing from the fridge and rolling out to about 3 millimeters in thickness. Using a cookie cutter, cut rounds out of the dough that will fit perfectly in a muffin tray. For the filling, combine all the ingredients in a large bowl, making sure the fruit is well coated in sugar and cinnamon. Spoon the filling inside the pastry before placing in the oven to bake at 180 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes or until the pastry is golden brown cooked through. Allow the pastry to cool slightly while preparing the lavender creme fraiche. Spoon the creme fraiche over the pastry and serve.
Ta-da! The keyword Sasco to 33728. So let's finish off. We've obviously had it in the oven 15, 20 minutes. Golden brown pastry, our beautiful filling has all melted. Those flavors have infused. How do we round it off?
We literally will finish it off with a lavender creme fraiche.
Oh, lavender.
Yeah, fresh, beautiful lavender.
Oh, that is exciting. That keyword again is to Sasco to 33728. Thank you so much, Megan. That looks amazing. So while we wrap that up, Sasco, of course, wants to share the baking love they have with you this Mother's Day. So tell us what your mom's best bake is, and you could win a Sasco baking hamper. Whether it's a chocolate cake or a unicorn cupcake, we want to know. So simply go to Sasco's, to the Sasco competition post on our Facebook, that's Expresso's Facebook page, and comment there telling us what your mom's most delicious baked good is. And I'm sure there are many out there, and you could win yourself one of these awesome hampers. That competition closes on Sunday, Mother's Day, so get entering right now. Oh, it looks amazing.
Awesome, right?
Sasco, baking together since 1930.
So sales might fluctuate, but service stays forever. Providing clients with excellent service is one of the most important building blocks of any company's foundation. It's the one thing that can either make or break your success. Now, having been named Employee of the Month at Caltech's Howard Centre in Pinelands, one of the most highly rated service stations in the country, Tender Guy took me under his wing to show me how it's done the Caltech's way. They say your smile may be your logo, your personality, your business card, but it's how you leave people feeling after an experience with you. Now that becomes your trademark. When it comes to great service, the employees at Caltech's Howard Centre in Pinelands, they wrote that handbook, and I'm here today to get some tips and tricks from their Employee of the Month. Hey, Tender Guy.
Hi, Kateko.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, my man.
So, Tender Guy, as the Employee of the Month, I can only learn the best practices from you. So tell me about the do's and don'ts of giving great service.
Actually, I will start with the do's. So that's first impression, a warm welcome to the client, giving a great service with energy, and showing a good attitude to the customer. That is the do's. The don'ts is giving a bad attitude to the customer and showing the client that you are not excited with your work and they are not important to our business. After that great service, they also deserve a fond farewell to make sure that they always come back to support us.
Well, I'll make sure I do what you do, and hopefully I can also be Employee of the Month, eh?
That's great, man. Make it a motto.
My first impression of Tender Guy was one of amazement, because I couldn't believe how energetic, first of all, he is, and how enthusiastic he is about almost every single aspect of life. His work here at Caltech's is about excellent service and nothing else.
It makes me excited having that ayobanness with my job. and to show the amount of value which the customers have to us. All of us, we work as a team in giving excellent service at all the time.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, let's get our first customer and I want to see how you're doing.
Okay, here we go. Hello, ma'am. How are you today?
I'm good, and you?
Very well. Thank you for joining us. How am I doing so far?
Lega, keep it up like that.
All right. In the beginning, yes, I did think this is an easy job.
Good job, Pat.
Thank you, ma'am. Oh! You're not supposed to do that, ma'am. It's a dangerous job. You see these guys doing it on a daily basis. They fill up your tank, they clean your windows, they check your oil and water, pump your tires, and whatever it is that you need to ensure that your journey is safe. But at the end of the day, it's all about saving people time. And for instance, when you're washing a window, you've got to make sure you do it right the first time round. So I have to move.
Yeah, with the energy.
Get it in
there. Go all the way with it. Oh. No lines, no more. I'm impressed with Kateko since he's learning, but I need to polish him a little bit more, just to make sure that we're not giving just good service, but great service goes with the extra mile to ensure that that service is always excellent and nothing else.
So how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. I'm going to be washing your windows and I want you to judge my service, okay?
No problem.
Here we go. Energy, big smile.
He done a perfect job. He done more than what is expected of him. He was cleaning the corners, drying. Wow, he's good. 10 out of 10.
For me, good service is about making that person that you're serving feel like the most important person in that time. So whatever it is you say to them, how you listen to what they're asking for is part of what it means to provide great service.
The service was very good, it was excellent. The wash the windows very nice, it's clean, so I can see nicely on the road. 10 out of 10.
I think with the last car, I did a pretty good job. So when I found out that these gentlemen run one of the best forecourts in the entire country right here at Caltex Howard Center, I had to challenge one of them. So I found the guy that washes windows best and fastest, Mr. Edward. He also happens to be the captain of the team who inspires and motivates them every day. We're gonna see who washes the windows the fastest and whose window is the cleanest. Okay, so you ready, sir?
Yes, I'm ready now.
In 3, 2, 1, go! My confidence was bashed because I was still busy washing the one side of the window and he was done.
I'm not finished.
You're done? That's impossible.
Now.
Window clean, dry. I don't understand. Okay, I concede. Sir, you are truly the very best I've ever seen. Now that's what you call great service, eh?
Yes, sir.
With a smile. I feel
sir.
This small right now.
The most important for the new guy, if he's coming to work with us, is just to explain to him how we give the service to the customer. I feel very happy because I know our garage can get more customers when the customers say our service is very good.
I just got a whole lot of respect for these guys, what they do, their teamwork, and the camaraderie that they have to provide great service to everyone who visits the forecourt. It's been a long kind of day. How did I do?
My man, I'm so impressed, honestly. You started slowly, but you ended up as a professional. I'm really happy, and that's a 5-star, my man. I'm so impressed.
Thank you, man. Well, it's clear that hard work, dedication, and a positive attitude goes a long way in creating a memorable and worthwhile customer experience. And watching the effort and attention to detail that the employees at Caltex Howard Center put into every job they do, it's quite clear why they are one of the most highly rated forecourts. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my man.
Yeah, putting that ayobanis into his job. Those were Tender Guy's words. Now, we have some very exciting news for you, and that is that Caltex is giving you the chance to win a Caltex voucher card to the value of 5,000 Rand. Now, all you need to do is SMS the keyword Caltex, include your name and city, and SMS that to 33728. And you could be walking away with a 5,000 Rand voucher card. VAS rates do apply, T's and C's also apply, and you can visit expressoshow.com to find them.
Quality fuel, convenience, and service with a smile. Whether it's to fuel up or stock up, Caltex, it's how you get there.
Coming up on Expresso, a performance that'll make you skirt your biscuit. It's a very, very special one. Mlindo will be live with the We Defy Dance Company. Stay right there. It's on SABC3. This is Expresso.
If you need to get away, begin with flights from just 99 Rand by planning your escape with Travel Start and Uber. Get these incredible early bird deals by booking a flight or package through Uber Escapes, and you will receive a voucher code for 4 free rides up to the value of 100 Rand each, which you can apply on your way to the airport on holiday. It's just another amazing way to enjoy hassle-free, budget-friendly getaways with travelstart.co.za and Uber.
Yesterday, hlanganisela yena angamboni ngihlela amajit yesterday hlanganisela yena angamboni noma ungahamba uzongikhumbula noma ungahamba uzongikhumbula bamthathile ulavi wami behlala ngumi wanyathatha umfazi wami bamthathile ulavi wami behlala ngumi wanyathatha umfazi wami bamthathile ulavi wami behlala ngumi wanyathatha umfazi wami yesterday ngihlanganisela yena angamboni
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh man, it's been a feel-good Friday. Look at that cake. So we were trying to just find all manner of ways of treating Mom and making her feel special this weekend.
I would love to say that I made that, but Lamise made it.
So wait, who gets to take this cake home to their mom? We'll have to battle it out.
We might have to cut it into 3, man, or just invite Mom in for over the weekend. But yeah, hopefully all of our moms out there are feeling really appreciated. Some beautiful messages as well, guys. So thanks for that.
I think at the end of the day, we just realize how far we fall short of thanking our moms every single day for everything that they do for us, because you can never in your whole entire life repay what they've done for you, and the fact that you don't do it every day, shame on us all. Shame on us all.
Live your life and make them proud. Make them proud, man. Love it. Love you, Mom.
Don't even start that. Guys, Monday's coming up. What's happening on Monday?
It's an exciting start. We're going to bring another record holder. It seems it's the time for record holders, a freestyle football record holder. So expect a little pizzazz on Monday morning. Love that.
And there's also an actress, though, a Generations actress, Shalane Bennett, who will be joining us on Expresso, as well as keeping with all the actors and actresses. The cast of Die Vliegende Springbokkie will be in studio. That's going to be cool.
Then a relationship chat. If you're finding a recurring argument rearing its ugly head continuously, we're going to just slam it right
Nip it
down.
in the bud.
Just no, we're going to give you some amazing advice. That's what you do. Don't do that with your partner during that argument. No, we'll give you some really practical and emotional tools to deal with that.
Well, that's coming up on Monday. But now, closing the show, we have Mlindo, the vocalist, performing the song that will most probably be the song of 2018. Joining him now, of course, the dancers, as he performs a song called Bamthathile.
Heart is sore, man. Heart is sore. The dancers.
Noma Jestrate ngihlanganisela yena Hangamboni Ngihleli nama-Jestrate ngihlanganisela yena Hey hangamboni Noma ungahamba uzongikhumbula Noma ungahamba uzongikhumbula Bamthathile ulavi wami Behlala lengumi wanyathatha umfazi wami Bamthathile ulavi wami Behlala lengumi wanyathatha umfazi wami Bamthathile ulavi wami Behlala lengumi wanyathatha umfazi wami
Show made with love by Clover.
Nada, feel-good production.